Yes. All right. I clicked live, so however much however much extra intro you got there, you got. But we're live here for Seattle Kraken at Florida Panthers. Uh, Kraken obviously could use every point in the standings they could possibly get at this point. Still have gotten 3 points in these last two games with a 2-4-2 record, going 1-0-1 in the last two. And I suppose for what it's worth, they're 2-1-1 now in their last four games. So, you know, even if the record still doesn't look good, they have been playing better of late for the most part. So anyway, hopefully they can keep that up here in this game in Florida, get another important 2 points against a team that they've actually had some pretty good success against in their time in the league so far, even with Florida having been a good team. President's Trophy, the inaugural season for the Kraken, they beat them both times that year, and then last year the Kraken still got, I think it was the game in Florida that they ended up winning. Let's make sure I'm right on that, but still the Kraken had success against them, and they still went to the Stanley Cup final. So let's see. Just want to make sure I'm not totally wrong there. So the Kraken lost to Florida early December 5-1 at home. I knew that one was bad, but then they went to Florida and won 5-2 last year. So Kraken are, and a knock on wood here, but undefeated in Florida. Wins in both of their first two seasons when going to the Panthers arena. Hopefully they can make that 3-for-3 here. We did see them make it 3-for-3 in going to overtime in Detroit, so maybe that's a good sign. What do I have in this mug? There we go. Get that little Kraken. Won't see too much of that mug. I'm almost out, which is good because I got some water and stuff I can work on as well. But outside of just the game, though, we're gonna have another fun little twist with this stream. Outside of it being Saturday, a part of the reason, but we're trying to catch up here on the channel and subs to the Florida Panthers. So that's that'll be fun as well. The Panthers are currently 80 subs ahead. 80 subscribers ahead. The Florida Panthers official YouTube channel is 80 subscribers ahead of this channel. So let's try and pass them. Already ahead of 3 teams in the NHL, one of which doesn't even have a YouTube channel. So that's, you know what, if you're out there and you have a YouTube channel, and even if you have got 1 subscriber, you still got more than the Carolina Hurricanes do. Other than that, the Nashville Predators and New York Islanders are also ahead of here. So trying to add a 4th team to that list, catch the Florida Panthers, and I'll admit, 80 subs during this game is probably a long shot, but you know what? We're gonna go for it, and we're closing in. We're catching up to them. Actually, I had passed them shortly during the playoffs last year, but then the Kraken playoff run ended and the Panthers went to the Cup final, so they got a bit of a boost there. So we're trying to catch back up to them and repass the Panthers. But then there's a bit of a gap. So once we get past the Panthers, there's a bit of a gap from the Panthers to the next team on the list. Lol, the Canes don't have a YouTube channel. Yeah, it's the second biggest search engine, heck, the second biggest website in the world, and I guess they decide they don't need it. I don't know. It's kind of weird, too, because they're not, like, of all the teams, they're not the one that I would guess would be lacking in some sort of, like, social media, because they're at least their old Twitter account, I'm sure they're still on Twitter, but their old Twitter account was one of the more entertaining ones in the league. So I'm kind of surprised that they don't have a presence on YouTube for a variety of reasons, even outside of it being kind of a dumb business move not to when you're, an entertainment company at the base of it. But yeah, Panthers are just 80 subs ahead, so we're trying to catch up. Who knows, maybe I'll inadvertently get the Panthers a few extra subscribers while trying to do that this game, but try and catch the Panthers in this one. Will you do something special if we pass them? I'll look at it during the course of the periods. I'll think about it. It's not going to happen right away. First, we'd have to get 80 people in here, so That would be the first hurdle to get over. But we're still a good 8 minutes away from the start of the game. This is a 3 o'clock start Pacific, 6 o'clock local in Florida. So yeah, still 8 minutes away from that, and realistically, that's probably a couple more minutes after that. Fortunately, the Kraken aren't waiting for any ESPN broadcasting situation, so we won't have any 45-minute to hour delays like we had with the first stream of the first game of the season. So we will start, I would imagine, generally on time, unless Florida suddenly floods, which might happen over the course of the next couple decades, but it's not going to happen this afternoon. Welcome in. So we're also going with the reverse retro. I know the Kraken will never wear this jersey again on the ice, but it served us well last season in these streams, so gonna bring it back out. I wore the Alexiak away jersey for the first game of the season, and things did not go well. Did not get off to a good start to the season. So just gonna bring a little bit of superstition back in and go with the jersey that worked well last season. If things don't go well in this game, then I'll just assume that, we had some good luck with streaming last year. It's probably just bouncing back and coming the other way with the streams. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop streaming. The Kraken will just have to figure out how to win in spite of the bad luck if that happens. But eventually here, coming up in a couple months' time, we'll have another Kraken jersey to add to the mix with the Stadium Series jersey whenever they release those. Still excited about that. It probably won't be until like mid to late November before they actually show us what those are going to look like. And I would say they'll put them on sale before, because you usually want like some people to have access for like three weeks to a month, like have fans have access to buying the jersey before the stadium game happens. So yeah, we'll see about that. See what those look like. They're gonna be at least Metropolitans inspired. We saw the hats. I don't have it pulled up because I didn't really expect to go on this tangent, but we saw a leak of what the hats could look like. So it looks like kind of just this Kraken logo, just the Kraken logo that we all know, but red, and maybe a more muted red than what the color of the eye is. But a red Kraken logo, and then yeah, some form of other Kraken colors, but more in like kind of an old time. Maybe we'll see the stripes, the Metropolitan stripes, but with Kraken colors. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what it's going to look like, but should be interesting. And who knows? Maybe they're trying to throw us off, and it'll be completely different. Colby says my two teams against each other. Awkward times. This game will come down to Burakovsky. Come down to how Burakovsky. I was like, Burakovsky's not playing. How Bobrovsky plays. Point blank. Yeah, I'm assuming. I assume Bob's starting. Make sure. Let's see it. See if they've announced that. I think he must be, right. Got an eyelash in my eye here. 1 second. Sorry. Let's see. Are there starters announced? I don't see starters announced yet. I would be... Well, I could see the Kraken going either way, but I think it's... I suppose I could check... See if we've seen anything on social media. If anybody knows who's starting for the Kraken. Hacksaw sticking with the cord in goal. Pleasantly surprised. It's a long... Okay, so it sounds like DeCord's getting the net again for a third time. And honestly, it's hard to argue. He just set a franchise record for saves in a game, so it's hard to argue with that decision. And ultimately, this isn't a comment on Grubauer or saying that Joey's the starter now. This is just, you ride the hot hand for a little bit, and this is really what the Kraken have been wanting to do for the first 2 seasons, is do some sort of a tandem here where you can kind of ride and they tried it a little bit towards the end of last season between Jones and Grubauer. Just kind of Jones wasn't good enough to do it as much as they wanted to. Fortunately, Jones played his good hockey while Grubauer was not even an option. He was injured, so Um, yeah, they kind of had to just stick with Grubauer at that point. So it sounds like Decord's getting the net for the Kraken, and yeah, I would imagine that it's Bobrovsky for the Panthers. Looks like he's had 5 starts out of 6 games. So unless they're just getting him extra rest, which I don't know why they would be. So we'll assume it's Bobrovsky versus Decord here in net until finding out otherwise. So looking at the special teams matchup here, and weirdly enough, it looks like it favors the Kraken. The Kraken penalty kill at 82% to just 12% on the power play for the Panthers. So the Panthers not off to a good start on the power play. It's still a team with the talent that'll probably swing around for them, and who knows, maybe that'll happen in this game. For the Kraken, power play is already up to 20%, so suddenly the power play is not looking terrible over these last couple of games after the horrendous start to the season, where they were, in a couple of occasions, the power play was actually a -1 on the season. They gave up a goal before they scored a goal, and then they gave up a second goal before they scored a second one. So, terrible start to the season on the power play for the Kraken, but they've now kind of turned it around here in the last few games in that way, so they're up to over 20%. Meanwhile, the Panthers are one of the worst penalty killing teams in the league right now at 65% on the kill, so maybe there's some opportunity to be had in special teams, which is not something that we've been able to say about this Kraken team hardly ever in their first 2 seasons, even last year. Welcome in, everybody. We're still waiting for this game to get started. Should be getting started here in just a couple minutes. Panthers versus Kraken. Both teams at 6 points in the standings so far, but the Panthers have played 2 fewer games, so not that that's going to matter for any kind of like playoff situation or anything like that. The obviously different conferences, so don't have to worry about that. And it's still a long time before we have to really be thinking about watching the scoreboard and that kind of stuff. Not necessarily Kraken standings, because once you get to around once you get to around Thanksgiving, that's where you're looking at like around 70% of teams that are in the playoffs at the time that Thanksgiving happens make the playoffs, which means there's not a lot of room to bump yourself up, or, I mean, heck, even go the other way and miss the playoffs if you're solidly in a spot come Thanksgiving. So the Kraken will still have some time to try and catch up there, and they're actually only, I think, like a point out of the playoffs right now. Let me make sure I'm... Like, weirdly enough, I think they're only a point out of the playoffs. 2 points. Okay, they're 2 points out of the playoffs. Because the Ducks... So with the same number of games, the Ducks have 8 points to Seattle's 6. Now, there's still a good chunk of teams with 6 points, and St. Louis has 7. 3 of those teams have played 1 fewer game. But again, we're not even 10 games into the season, so you don't have to think about it too much. And even with the bad start, it's been such a middling season for most teams in the league that you can't continue the bad start. But as long as the Kraken can continue the trend they've had over the last 4 games, and they've gotten 5 points in the last 4 games, as long as you can keep that kind of rolling, then they should be fine. I'm digging your fan reaction videos. Are you going to keep those going? Yes, I will keep doing them as long as the inspiration strikes and I have the time to do it. I'll keep making them. I am planning to do one for the Heritage Classic tomorrow. I think it's like midday tomorrow, and the Kraken don't play, so I'll have that helps. When the Kraken don't play, it does help have time to do one of those. So I'm going to do... It's an outdoor game, so it'll already be one that a lot of people watch. It's 2 teams that have had somewhat similar stories to start the season, and it's, of course, the Battle of Alberta, which is always an entertaining one. So 2 teams that are going to be desperate for a win, like more desperate than the Kraken desperate for a win, and it's already 2 teams that really don't like each other. So plus it's an outdoor game, so it should be one that will lend itself well to doing one of those fan reactions. And then I'm hoping to do fan reactions for um, like an all fans reaction at the end of each month. So the end of October is coming up here. So hopefully I'll be able to get an all fans done for end of October. Again, the Kraken have a couple of days off, like right when October ends, so that should help with that. Um, yeah. So, see, we should be getting started here in just a second. We're now a couple minutes past 3, but we expected that. As usual, they do their. Usually, it's like the whole intro and national anthem and that stuff. All of that starts at 3 rather than the actual game. So you usually get the game starting at more like 5 minutes after whatever the announce time is. Let's go Kraken. Let's go Kraken indeed. Also, quick reminder, if you want to be a part of helping decide the Kraken 3 stars at the end of every Kraken game, there's a link down below to the Patreon if you want to help support the channel a little bit more than you already are by being here and using some of those free buttons as well that are down there. The like button and subscribe again. Still just a handful of people in here, but you know what? We're 80 subs away, 80 subscribers away from catching the Florida Panthers, so see how close we can get over the course of this game to catching the Panthers and subscribers on the channel. The Kraken YouTube channel is already well past the Panthers, so we don't have to worry about helping that race out too much, but yeah, we got Joey Decord back in net for the 3rd game in a row for Seattle, so that's should be fun. Obviously, coming off of that 42 save franchise record game from him. You are truly getting ambitious. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, try not to spread it too much, and definitely keeping busy with dad duties as well. It does help having having the maternity leave, I would say, for my wife. So we might not be able to get as much done once she goes back to work, but fortunately she's as incredibly supportive, so that helps a lot. As much as you can be while also doing a full-time job. Still waiting to see. Again, I would imagine it's Bobrovsky starting for the Panthers. Both star players named Matt in this game are looking for their first goals of the season, so might be a big game for Matt's out there. Matty Beniers still looking for his first goal, and Matthew Tkachuk looking for his first goal on the season. I am willing to take partial responsibility for that because I have both of them on my fantasy team, so I'm sure that I am somewhat to blame for why both of them have gotten off to slow starts scoring-wise, because I have a vested interest in both of them, even outside of wanting to see Matty Beniers do well. Both of them get some goals. Looks like they're talking about Sam Reinhart right now, who has... Sam Reinhart has 7 goals and 2 assists. Oh, wow. 6 games, he's already over a goal per game, Sam Reinhart. So watch out for number 13. All right, Kraken Panthers getting started here. Just a second. It's also possible that I'm a little bit behind. I'm streaming through Fubo and Root Sports, which usually means I'm like I can be up to like a minute behind, but there's nothing I can really do about it. I'll try to give, like, say when they're like a puck is dropped or like they go to commercial or something like that, try to give you guys updates. So if you want to sync up your stream, if you're doing that with where I'm at, there's also like a 30 to 45 second delay that YouTube adds to my stream as it is. So, you know, I say this at least a couple of times every time I do one of these, but just a reminder, whatever I'm saying right now, you're not hearing for at least like 30 to 45 seconds. So there is probably going to be a delay, and because of that, I will try to give some updates so you can sync things up if you want to do, or if you want to be watching things, if you're watching it through cable, you'll probably be ahead of it. Certainly if you're, I guess, at the game and watching this, you'll definitely be ahead. You can watch something happen and then look over to the stream and watch me react to it a little bit later. So however you want to do it, but I'll try to give those updates so you know where I'm at. We're, I would believe, in the last commercial break before things get started here. Oh. To be honest, I love seeing a goal and then watching for your reaction. Yes, yeah, there's multiple ways to do it. That's, I'm actually intentionally doing this delay so that you have those choices. Yeah. We'll go with that. It's definitely not something that I frustratingly have to deal with and then explain to people when they ask. Which, to be fair, it's just, new people coming into the stream, and obviously it's fun to have all the faces we're used to seeing, or the names, where I should say more, that we're used to seeing in the chat, but good to have the new people as well. So I don't mind explaining it over and over again. Fortunately, it seems like people have figured out that I can't actually stream the game, because I would get taken off YouTube real quick if I started streaming games like that. Much appreciated. All right, I think we're getting started here. Sounds like, so yeah, we might be a minute or two behind the live action just because of streaming delays. Alexiak and Larson have been seriously killing it for my fantasy team since my league this year really values hits and blocks. My league is not doing hits or blocks, and I don't know if... Actually, I don't think either of the people that are running the league are probably watching the stream right now, so I can trash it a little bit. They put a ton of value on goals. It's like goals are worth 5 points, power play goals worth 2 points on top of the 5 points, game winning goals worth 3 points. And of course, I mean, it's my fault. I made the mistake of not looking at the league scoring rules before I drafted my team, so my team is absolutely horrendous for the league scoring rules. I just did not draft well at all. Like, I have some good players. I've got both the Kachucks, and like Matthew Kachuk is going to get his goals, and he's on the power play, so he's going to get his power play goals, but especially my D-core is not doing great. But yeah, Alexiak has had a very good start to the season. He's not going to be showing up on the scoring sheet too much, but he's had a very, very good start to the season. And same with Larson. I would really say that defensively, Alexiak and Larson have been the two best for the Kraken so far. Larson had one pretty tough game and one really bad shift in the Vegas game, but other than that, he's been pretty good for us. Pretty good defensively, so hopefully that continues to be true with Alexiak. He's kind of both seasons. He's had like half of a season where he plays really well, and then half of a season where he just doesn't look very good. But it looks like we're about to get started here. Puck's about to drop. And there it is. The puck is on the ice, and we are getting going here. The Kraken win the faceoff. Beniers winning the faceoff back. So the Kraken try to get in onside. Matty was almost offside there, but the Kraken get in there on the forecheck. Cartier went past it a little bit. Back out. Turnover in the neutral zone. The Kraken have it once again. Larson and Dunn. Back out there with the first line of Beniers, Eberle, and Cartier. Joey going again, interesting. Maybe sending a message to Grubauer. No, it has nothing to do with Grubauer. Honestly, I think they expected to start Grubauer in this game, but it's hard to sit a guy who just set a franchise record for saves in a game. So they're just doing a tandem, and right now they're just riding the guy that is coming off a really good game. Plus they're kind of desperate for points in the standings at the moment. Shot, a little bit wide from Schwartz, who has been the one hot goal scorer for the Kraken so far this season. But a good starting on time for the Kraken, really not letting Florida get much of anything going. In fact, I don't even think Florida's been in the offensive end with the puck yet this game, as they ice the puck and will go down to the other end. Became a hockey fan. Lego Rocks was in here. Appreciate Lego stopping in. Sure, Lego's actually I know because I watched Lego. If you're still I watched the video about your stream from the car from the last Canucks game. It's a hot start for the Canucks. Can't say I'm overly happy about it myself, just because it might mean there's more teams the Kraken have to chase down with their slow start. But yeah, Canucks fans might actually be in for this. This might be a year for them. We'll see. Certainly about the opposite start you could hardly ask for a more opposite start from last season to this season for the Canucks. Of course, it doesn't hurt that the Kraken may not have to chase down either Alberta team. That having been said, I think we all kind of expect the Oilers will get it turned around. I don't know about the Flames. I mean, I don't think the Flames are as bad as their record says they are right now, but they don't have McDavid or Draisaitl, we'll put it that way. Became a hockey fan when the Kraken started existing, and now I'm here lurking in chat. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining. Oh, still in the offensive end here for the Kraken as Tolvanen is getting wrestled to the ground. He's kind of more tangled up. He wasn't actually getting wrestled to the ground, so I don't think there was really a call there to be had. But we have a hand pass, so we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone here. And I didn't see, but I'm pretty sure it is Bobrovsky. I guess I can check. Here we go. Puck's dropped in the neutral zone. The Kraken win another face-off, which has been one improvement the Kraken have had to this point in the season, as they have been a lot better with their face-offs. Here we go. Kept in. Out to the side. Shore with it. Shore down behind the net. Banks it off the boards behind the net as Yamamoto goes to try and get to it. But the Panthers have it coming out the other way. And the Panthers have now officially touched the puck in the Kraken defensive end. Will they get a shot on goal here? Yes. Goes wide. No, so no is the actual answer. A shot attempt. They got a shot attempt for the first time. Just about 3 minutes into the game. I guess more 2:30 into the game. So turnover there's a... Goes off of Florida skate in the neutral zone, and the Kraken will get in. Dumped in. Beniers down on the forecheck. Eberle has it in the corner. Puts it back along the boards to the other side, where Alexiak was there to play it, but he overskates it. It comes down the other end, and it looks like we're going to have icing again. We do have another icing. So 3 minutes gone. The shot on goal, it's 3 shots for the Kraken, 0 for the Panthers, but importantly, nobody is on the scoreboard yet. Still zeros on the scoreboard. Looking cause I'm tired of trying. Here we go. Win for the faceoff in the offensive end. Oh, win for the Kraken in the offensive end. Borgen with the shot. A broken stick. I didn't see who broke it. Oh, it's one of the Florida players. Kraken keeping the zone. Out in front. Oh, Cartier looking for the tip. I don't think he got a stick on it. Here comes out the other way. Reinhart shut down. That's not the guy that the Kraken want to be giving rush chances to. Again, 7 goals in 6 games for Reinhart, so a pretty hot start to the season. And that'll come back out the other way, so the Kraken still... That is officially the first shot on goal, though Reinhart didn't get much on the shot. It kind of just slid into Decord's pads there. Bjorkstrand out. Oh, there's nobody there. Oh, turnover. Dumoulin turns it over in the neutral zone, but the Kraken get it right back. So here's Schultz to Dumoulin. Kraken trying to get through the neutral zone back the other way, and Dumoulin turns it over again. But it's turned right back over. All right, we're just going sloppy neutral zone play both ways. Now the Kraken get in on the forecheck. Wemberg has it in the corner. Down to Bjorkstrand, still in the corner, fighting for it. He's fought off the puck, but Wemberg's got it back. Larson at the point. Down, shot at the net, goes wide. Bounces to the neck, and we've got a freeze there, so we'll get a face-off in the offensive end for the Kraken. Debating if I should stop off in Blaine to watch this. Root Sports? Yeah, it's on Root Sports. Oh, yeah. Borgen just defended Reinhardt well there, so Reinhardt didn't even really get a shot. It just kind of slid into Grubauer slid into Decord with Reinhardt. I think Reinhardt almost hit Decord before the puck did. Here we go. Kraken win another face-off in the offensive end. Shot wide. Well wide there from Gord. Kraken still fighting for it down in the corner. This is the third line. Gord, Tolvanen, and McCann. Oh, a little bit of a breakup there in the neutral zone, but the Panthers are going to get it in on the forecheck here. Lomberg, the guy that had the dirty hit on Schultz last year. Shot, save made by Decord, and that's an actual shot that time. So good save there from Decord as we're 5 minutes into this one. Panthers get their first real shot on goal there. Oh, there was a little bit of net there to look at. Decord makes a good stop there. There was a little bit of net there to shoot at. He hit Decord in the glove, so, or I guess more in the pad. Decord able to freeze it though. Again, a big part of how Decord played that game so well in Carolina was his ability to limit rebounds, just soaking shots up like a sponge and not allowing second chances. And early returns are, well, he's 2 shots on goal and he's frozen it both times. Decord, a little play of the puck as the Kraken get a breakout here. Shore across to Larson, it looked like it was. Yamamoto's down on the forecheck. Belmar now with it. Fighting for it behind the Florida net. Back around behind. Yamamoto pestering, trying to get the puck back. Florida in control. But Yamamoto's able to prize it away for a second. Florida's able to get back on it though, and they'll try to get a breakout back through the neutral zone. Shot, easy save there for Decord. Shot from well out with no screen, so goalless start here as we're headed to commercial. 13:57 left in the first still. The answer to should I watch hockey is always yes. Unless it means turning off cheap seats. I would not blame you for watching hockey over this stream if you had to choose one or the other. But of course, the best experience is always both. Again, for those that are joining over time, we're trying to catch the Florida Panthers in subscribers here. Panthers are 80 subs ahead of the channel, so everyone counts. I usually try to not be too obnoxious about pushing subscribing, but you know what? The Kraken happen to be playing on a Saturday when I can stream against a team that I'm just a few subs away from passing, so I figured we'd have some fun with it. I usually don't try to push subscribing too much because it's something that when I watch other channels, I usually actually kind of tune it out at this point, but I did find it obnoxious at the start, so I know it can be obnoxious. So this is a little bit out of character, but again, it's just kind of worked out that it's a way to have a little bit of extra fun with this game. Having battery trouble right now with the vehicle, unfortunately. How much do you put on Seawald for last night's loss? Didn't understand why the Mariners let him go initially. Yeah, I mean, ultimately that trade actually was decent for the Mariners. The guys they got back from Arizona played pretty well. Again, I don't follow the Mariners as I mean, I follow the Mariners pretty closely, I guess, to be honest, but not quite to the exact, like, watch every game like I do with the Kraken. I liked Seawald. I mean, I really like Seawald, don't get me wrong. I think the Mariners got a fair amount out of that trade. And I don't know. I'll be honest, I have not watched any of the MLB postseason because I'm bitter about the Mariners not making it, which is the Mariners' own fault. Like, there's nobody to blame but the Mariners for not making the playoffs. Still, though, I'm a little bit bitter about it, so I haven't watched any of it. I've been keeping up with the scores, and go Snakes. Unfortunate that the comeback win went to the Rangers in Game 1, but it's okay. The Rangers managed to blow 2 World Series chances like a decade ago. They'll find a way to screw this one up, hopefully. Sorry to any Rangers fans that might be in here, but I don't like the same baseball team you do. In fact, I dislike the baseball team you like if you are a Rangers fan. That's okay. Well, Cartier out in front, frozen by Bobrovsky. There was nobody there. I think Cartier was trying to get that more out into the slot. He was either trying to get that more into the slot for like Beniers crashing in, or he was trying to lift that on the backhand and maybe put it off Bob's back. But he kind of got a little bit of both. He's just slid it right in front of the net where Bobrovsky was able to just put a glove on it. It's also possible that he was trying to get Bobrovsky to freeze it so they could get a face-off and get a change, which is what ended up happening if that was the case. Unfortunately, the Panthers win that face-off, and they're going to get a rush here the other way. Whoop! Flubbed on the shot. Out in front. Decord, save. Another save. Whoa. Whoever's doing the shot counter for Root Sports just accidentally took a shot away from Florida. So it was like a shot on goal, and then they went from 3 to 2, and then all of a sudden they're at 4. Actually, 2 shots on goal there, so Decord does let up a rebound. Verhaeghe fans on a shot, gets one off. Decord makes that save, but it rebounds out, and then he's able to make a save on the follow-up off the rebound. So good series there. Really the first test there for Decord. And he was up to the task. 7 minutes gone. It was worth 13:05. Puck drops in the Kraken end. Still fighting over it, and Florida comes away with possession. Another shot on goal. Decord catches it, and we'll get another face-off. All right, 13 minutes drop, and the Kraken win this one. Here we go. Oh, Bjorkstrand trying to dump it in, but it goes off a skate. Florida has possession now in their end of the ice. Bjorkstrand hounding, though. Schwartz in the corner. Around the outside, that was trying to get to Schultz, but was broken up, never gets there. I don't know if that hit something on the boards or if one of the Florida players got to it. Oh, Lomberg and Schultz get tied up. Remember, Lomberg's the guy that rammed Schultz into the boards head first at the end of the game last season in Florida. Wonder if Schultz remembers that it was him. I would imagine he probably does. Schultz missed a couple of games due to concussion from that hit, and Lombard got no penalty other than getting kicked out of the last minute and a half of the game that they had already lost. So Florida's definitely come back here with a little bit of a surge of late. McCann is going to get it in all himself pretty much, but then lose the puck. Kraken on the forecheck, though. Oh, they just can't quite get possession of it behind the net. Nice keep by Alexiak. Alexiak getting a couple of hits, which I'm sure Lego will be happy about. Here we go. McCann in. Forehand, backhand, shot. Scores! Let's go. Jared McCann on the little partial break around the outside. We'll have to see how he was doing a lot of moves back and forth there. With the Kraken on the board first. Let's go. Nice play by Gord to get it to McCann as well. Here we go. Gord Yeah, just a nice little touch pass to McCann on the blue line. And McCann's in, back and forth, and eventually taps it in with the backhand as he made Bob sell out for the forehand. He just got right up to the crease. Bob had to make a choice. He thought McCann was going to go forehand, opened up that corner, and McCann put it back to just tap in with the backhand. It's 1-0 Kraken. All right. Fourth line back out there now for the Kraken. Here we go. Yamamoto. He's got Belmar. Oh! Whoa! Oh! Belmar had to stretch out to try and tip that on goal. He does get the tip on goal, but Borowski's able to make the save. Looked like it made us a little bit more interesting of a save than you might have expected there. Save was made, though. We're back down in the Kraken end of the ice now. Here's Yamamoto. Dumps it in. He'll go after it into the corner on the forecheck. Rubbed off it a little bit. Is that Cartier trying to freeze it? Matty has it now in the Kraken end as he wheels around, hands it to Borgen. Eberle up to Cartier in the same corner. The McCann came in on. No space, though, so he'll dump it in. Beniers now has it. And here we go. Oh, missed the pass. Alexiak trying to pass it along the blue line to Cartier, but missed him, and it ends up out. Whoa, where did that shot go? That was a headhunter of a shot. Verhaeghe just hit the deck. I think self-preservation more than anything, trying not to get hit in the face. Here we go. Kraken out. Eberle has to be careful to not get Beniers offside. Does manage to get it in. Florida has the puck now in the behind the net. Coming out. Beniers will feed it back as the Kraken get a change. And it's the Wemberg line out there now. Schultz with the puck. He'll fire it in along the boards behind the net. Bjorkstrand goes down into the corner, but Florida has it. Halfway through the first now. Florida through the offensive end. It's Lomberg with the shot from well out. Doesn't get through Schultz. Whoop. Little friendly fire there. Schwartz and Bjorkstrand run into each other. Florida behind the net in the Kraken end. Pass. Shot. Save made by Decord. Another glove save from Decord with no rebound. Jared McCann gets the Kraken on the board after a nice little chip pass through the neutral zone by Yanni Gourde. Feeling Matty will explode this game. I want to say the same thing, but I feel like if I say it, it's not going to happen. So, he's due, right? Honest, like I said earlier on, when there were fewer people in here, both Matts in this game are very much due to score. Matthew Tkachuk's no goals through 6 games is definitely unusual for him, and obviously Matty Beniers' no goals through 8 games is also unusual. So both of them definitely do when it comes to goal scoring. All the celebrating from the goal. Woo! Let's go Canner. Woohoo! Canner assist to Gourde and who? Who was that? I think that was... It was one of the defensemen. Yeah, it was Will Borgen. I was going to say it was either Borgen or Alexiak. I wasn't sure which. So it was Will Borgen was the one that threw it into the neutral zone. Gourde had the little chip, and then McCann did the rest from the blue line to the goal. So it was Will Borgen with his 3rd assist of the season. Yanni Gourde with his 1st assist of the season. So, yeah, pretty slow start scoring-wise for Gourde. Both goals and assists. And then McCann, Gourde does have the 1 goal, but... And then, yeah, McCann his 4th goal of the season, which leads the team. Yeah, just a nice little touch there from Gourde. Gets it right to McCann waiting on the blue line. All right, we're back from commercial. 9:33 left in the first. The puck is dropped in the Kraken end. They win the face-off again. Very good start in the face-off dot for the Kraken. Tolvanen feeds it in. McCann after it, but he does not get to it first. So Florida gets it along the boards. Tolvanen will keep it in with a shot on goal. That is a pad save, though. Decord the handle. Decord shuts that down. Kraken kind of a little bit sloppy there defensively getting back on that rush, but they're able to do so. It's Larson and Dunn as the Kraken get a bit of a change on the offensive end. Here's Gord. The lone remainder of that third line. He'll go off on a change now as it's the Beniers line out there. Speaking of Beniers, trying to fight the puck away in the neutral zone, but the Panthers get it in. It's Matthew Tkachuk on the forecheck. Here's Beniers through the neutral zone. He's got Cartier. Cartier! Oh, well defended. Here's Eberle behind the net looking for someone. Beniers! Nice stop by Bobrovsky. Beniers a good in-tight shot. He might have just put it into the shoulder of Bobrovsky. Cartier was there to try and pick up a rebound, but there wasn't one available. Let's see here. So Eberle behind the net gets it out to Beniers. Beniers gets it to his forehand, but he just couldn't quite lift it. So he kind of just puts it right into the logo of Bobrovsky. Go Kraken and D-backs. I couldn't agree more, Egginator. Go Kraken and yes, go D-backs. That game I think starts at 5:30, Game 2 of the World Series. Important one for the D-backs to win if they want to get back in this after kind of giving up the come from behind win in Game 1 for the Rangers, unfortunately. Borgen is in this already. Yeah, Borgen with the assist on the first goal. Only goal of the game to this point, at least as I'm watching it. Again, the stream might be a little bit behind some of the rest of you watching this right now. Kraken with the breakout here as Dunn gets it up into the neutral zone. Penalty on Florida, it looks like. So Kraken to the power play. It's a tripping on one of the Florida defensemen. Kulikov. So 2 minutes for tripping as... Let's see here. Oh, yeah, okay. There it is. It was the stick out. Wemberg trying to get around Kulikov, and Kulikov just gets him in the skates with his stick. Wemberg goes down, and Kulikov to the box. So with 7:30 left in the first period, the Kraken will have a chance on the power play. And again, like we said in the beginning, the penalty kill for the Panthers is not good to start the season. Kraken win the face-off. Shot. No tip available. Eberle might have gotten a stick on it, but it went into the far corner. That escapes the zone, so Bjorkstrand goes back to get it. Here comes Eberle, dumps it in for Bjorkstrand to go chase down. If I say Burakovsky, just assume I'm saying Bjorkstrand. Sometimes I think the one name and say the other. Obviously, Burakovsky not playing and unfortunately will not be playing for a while because of the dirty hit from Trouba. Here we go. Schultz, shot, wide. Or maybe Bobrovsky got a piece of it. Back out. Kraken will have to regroup. Just about halfway through the power play. Florida's the worst penalty killing team in the NHL, so hopefully the Kraken can capitalize here. Beniers with the puck through center ice, puts it off to the side. Tolvanen gets it into the corner, but the Kraken not able to cleanly get in there. Fighting for it in the corner, 45 seconds left in the power play. And it is whistled dead. Whistled dead with the puck frozen to the corner, so we'll get a face-off in the Florida end of the ice. Which so far the Kraken have been 61% on the faceoff so far for the Kraken. So that's a good start on the faceoff for the team. Florida wins the faceoff, and they will get this one out, kill off a decent amount more time actually. So they skate in with it. Now might even be able to pass it back. Oh, they're staying with. Decord drops it off. Beniers with it. 30 seconds left on the power play. Done. Yamamoto will skate it in. Broken up. Forced out. So that should pretty much do it. 10 seconds left on the power play. Decord to Tolvanen. Beniers now feeds it in, but just puts it past Schwartz. The last couple of seconds of this power play will tick off. I guess that was still onside. Bobrovsky behind the net plays it out as the power play has come to an end. Well, it might be the worst penalty kill in the NHL, but 65% still does mean that they're going to stop more than they give up. And that will be icing. Cartier does not get there first. So 5 minutes left in the first. We'll go back down to the Kraken end for the faceoff. Each team 10 shots on goal, but the score 1-0 Kraken. The NL Astros were like the least hateable team, and now the AL Astros are the most. Well, cheating will do that. Cheating and success will definitely do that. All right, Kraken win the faceoff in their end of the ice. Belmar with it. Tries to feed it in, but does not get it past number 15. I don't actually know who that is. Here's Verhaeghe behind the net. Lindell, that's who 15 is. Shot from Tkachuk. Shouldered down by Decord. The Kraken will get it out. It's Belmar dumping it in for Shore to go chase down behind the net of the Panthers. He's able to do that, but the Panthers are going to get out. Verhaeghe's still out there. Lots of ice time for Verhaeghe so far. Here's Cartier. Oh, Cartier flubs it a bit, but that's okay. Shore came back to get it. Well wide by Shore. Whoop, Decord slaps it towards the net, and Bobrovsky gloves it down, so we'll get another face-off with 4 minutes left in the first. I struggled for the first season when we had Donato, Dunn, and Donskoy. Now we have Schultz and Schwartz and Bjorkstrand and Burakovsky. Yep. It really gives you I feel like most people can have an appreciation for it, but especially when you do like even just these streams, it really gives you a little bit extra of appreciation for how announcers can do it, especially like hockey play-by-play guys like the John Forslands of the world, how they can do it and keep the names straight like 99% of the time. Every now and then you'll hear a slip up, but for the most part they keep the names straight. And while it seems like a simple enough thing to do, boy, is it harder than it seems. Well, we got to a commercial break here with 4 minutes left in the first. Kraken leading by 1. The goal from McCann, assist to Borgen and Gord. Sorry, checking on something real quick. All right. Dunn is still here. That was a good selection. I think Donskoy retired due to concussion or other health issues. Yeah, it was concussion issues. He'd already had a couple of pretty bad concussions by the time he came to the Kraken. And then he had, I don't know if he had one in the inaugural season. He might have had one in the inaugural season. having a hard time remembering. But he had apparently another bad one, or at least one that was bad enough that it led to some lingering system. Or the concussion happened in preseason of last year, and then it led to him having lingering symptoms all through last season. And at that point, he just decided that, I mean, he's just had a kid, and his wife and a young family. Just decided for his health and the better of his family, it was for the best to call it a career and not risk anything even worse potentially from further concussions. So unfortunately, career cut short there for Donskoy due to concussions. But Kraken get in, nice move by Wennberg. Looks for the pass, the slot, the shot in the slot. It was Borgen coming in through the slot. Tolvanen gets it out to Alexiak, keeping it in the corner. Alexiak out to the opposite corner. Tolvanen dropping to Gord. Alexiak back up in the same corner. Stumbling over my words today. McCann to the side. Gord! Right in tight. Bobrovsky had that sealed off. Here's Tolvanen. Down behind the net in the corner. He gets it to McCann. McCann to the other side. Gord looking for someone to pass to. There's no one there. Shot from Borgen. Hits the skates of Tolvanen, but the Kraken keep it in. And that will come out, but likely down for icing. Yeah, that'll be icing with 2:30 left. No icing. Oh, it didn't make it to the corner? Huh. I guess it didn't make it all the way down, so no icing. Kraken do get back down into the offensive end. Florida now with it coming out the other way, though. Dumped in. Cousins. Lombard shot. Looking for the tip in front. Wasn't there. Shot. Easy glove save for Decord. Saw it all the way from up by the blue line. Interesting. Yeah, they're talking about how Gord's trying some different stuff in the face-off circle and stuff that Belmar is somewhat known for. And even if Belmar doesn't do anything real, I mean, he's fourth line center, and this fourth line has not been playing a ton of minutes. A little bit more like it, not quite to the extent of a normal fourth line, but certainly less than the rest of the lines. Even if Belmar scores hardly any points at all this season, the impact he's already had on this team, improving their faceoffs, it's not a coincidence that the Kraken are suddenly winning over 50% of their faceoffs as a team more games than not, after being one of the worst in the league at winning faceoffs last year when Belmar comes in. Belmar is, I don't know why the Kraken couldn't find someone coaching-wise that could do that, but they brought Belmar in, and I guess whatever coaching he's been able to provide as a player is definitely improved things in the face-off circle for the Kraken up and down the lineup. And Belmar's still the best, but on the team, but I tried to get Belmar off for the face-off. Doesn't happen. I guess they call it a false start on the face-off. Florida won the face-off, but the ref whistled it dead. So 147, here we go. Face-off is won back by the Panthers in the Kraken end. Eberle fighting it away, though. Beniers has it now. Beniers circling away from Florida players. Does get it out. Eberle still fighting for it down in the neutral zone, though. Lindell dumps it in. Decord behind the net. Whoa. That got a little dicey. Here we go. Here's Beniers. Beniers, a little bit of open ice. Drop for Eberle. Oh, Eberle wasn't expecting it. It was a little bit handcuffing too. Larson looking for the tip by Cartier in the slot. Wasn't there. Yeah, Beniers has to just shoot that. I don't know, like he's just I don't know if he's not feeling confident because he hasn't been getting the goal scoring, but yeah, I don't know. That's offside, so they're gonna have to reset. Not touched offside, so there's still play on, but the Kraken had to kind of give up possession there. Oh, nice play by Belmar, excuse me. But yeah, that's another one where Beniers had some open ice to skate up at least to the face-off dot and take a shot from there. And even if that's not a high percentage shot to score on, you're at least getting a shot on goal, and again, you can get a rebound at the very least potentially. Like the absolute worst case scenario there, if you shoot that puck, other than just like missing terribly, but even then, you're still keeping it in the offensive end. Like that's you're still putting it deeper into the offensive end, even if you miss the net. But like kind of the worst case scenario is what Bobrovsky makes a glove save, and then you get a face off in the offensive end. And again, you've actually been doing well at winning face offs, so just need to shoot the puck on the rush there. All right, so Beniers has it going through the neutral zone. Yeah, he did get hooked a little bit, but and I mean, I guess he does have a guy right in his face. That was not he might not even have been able to get that shot on goal. So he's trying to make something happen by dropping it there, but he actually almost drops it to like it almost went more to Verhage than it did to Eberle. So I don't know. I think you try to take a shot anyway, and again, even if it gets defended or it misses the net, it's still going to be deeper into the offensive end, and then you can have Cartier coming down on the other side, pick it up on the boards or something. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the first period. So Kraken with the 1-0 lead after one. Decord has been picked up right where he left off, making a lot of saves. Again, defensively, the Kraken doing a pretty good job of making most of these fairly simple saves for Decord to make. He's made a couple pretty good ones. Nothing spectacular yet, but he hasn't been forced to make spectacular saves, and that's kind of what you want. Shots on goal, I think, are 14 for the Kraken, 11 for the Panthers. Kraken leading 1-0. Let me switch this to the second period. Oh, for all right, that should do it. That should get us. That should get us to the second period on the little score thing. Move this back. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. Welcome in, everybody. We're sitting at the first intermission here. So far, so good for the Kraken. They definitely came out hot there in the first period. A little bit, certainly the better start. I think they had the first 5 shots on goal, so almost flipped of what we saw in Carolina. And then things did push back the other way. Panthers came and evened things up shot wise. But again, the Kraken doing a good job of keeping things to the outside. The Panthers have so far to this season just 6 games for them so far, so pretty small sample size even for early on in the season. But they've been pretty good at getting those kind of slot opportunities and that kind of stuff. So good job by the Kraken limiting the Panthers on the rush and keeping any offense that they're having to the outside. Kraken with the 1 power play weren't able to do too much with it. Did allow a shorthanded shot on goal. So certainly not the best power play ever. But they did get the 1 goal. That was the goal by Jared McCann, set loose on a kind of partial break by a pass from Borgen through the neutral zone that was tipped midway through by Yanni Gourde. A nice little touch from Gourde to get it to McCann on the blue line. McCann skated it in and did the rest from there, putting a few moves on Bobrovsky right up next to the net and eventually just tapping it in with the backhand. So good start. McCann got his 4th of the season. Let's see here. So ESPN is saying shots on goal are currently 15 apiece for the Panthers and Kraken, so a little bit different than what I just said. I was going off what I saw on the Root Sports tracker, which maybe it wasn't caught up yet. But 15 apiece, shots on goal wise. Hits are 8 hits for the Panthers, 3 for the Kraken. Again, hits are about the most randomly assessed stat there is. Like, it's not that they don't. It's not that they have no value. It's just it's up to the determination of whoever the NHL stat keeper is that's there live at the game. And obviously, because the stat keepers are live at every game, it's, there's, I think each arena has their own crew. So I think there's 32 stat keepers, 32 leads, and then every arena actually has a team of people. So there's 32 teams of people that determine what hits are, and it can vary quite a bit even within games because it's quite subjective. Either way, Florida a little bit more physical so far. Face-off circle, that has honestly kind of surprises me. The Kraken are only at 61% winning face-off so far. It seems like they've been winning a lot more even than that, but good start as far as winning face-offs. They've been winning a lot of the important ones, which is nice. As for our battle to catch up to the Panthers and subscribers, we've gotten a couple. So yeah, we're part of the reason for doing this game. Obviously, it's a Saturday and I've got the time, so that certainly helps. And it's a road game, so that helps in being able to do this stream. But also thought it would be a fun one to do because the channel's within 80 subscribers of the Panthers, so we're trying to catch up to the Panthers there. Maybe past the Panthers. I was past, like I said earlier, I was actually, I should say, as a channel, it's a community here. But yeah, we were past the Panthers in subscribers during the playoffs last year, but then the Panthers, because they went deeper into the playoffs, certainly had an understandable surge there and repass. So we're trying to catch back up to the Panthers and pass them again. Usually I don't press subscribers too much, but yeah, they're showing some of the way the Kraken have been defending these rushes here. And yeah, just doing a very good job of defending them physically and getting the stick in front of the puck so that you can't allow shots, or at least not a clean shot or a pass. They showed Borgen on Reinhardt kind of right up in his business, not letting him do anything, basically not giving him the space to do whatever he wants. And then Schultz on Lombard. But it's been really what they've done these last couple of games is when they do give up the rush chances, they're just not giving the opposing team the space to do whatever the heck they want on the rush. And that's really where you're going to run into the trouble, right? Like, now by getting in tight, you do run the risk maybe a little bit more of that guy putting a move on whoever it is and then opening up not just space, but also time to do whatever they want. So it's not that it's without risk, but it's always been frustrating to me to see, never mind odd man rushes, but especially like 2-on-2 rushes where the defenseman will just like take the middle of the ice, but then give all of the outside, like give all of the time and space in the outside that the opposing team could want. Just, I don't know, get up in their business a little bit, make it harder on them. Don't do it recklessly, but off to a good start. Keep hydrated here so I don't run out of vocal cords by the end of the second. Who knows, if things are still going well at the start of the third, maybe we'll get some adult hydration in here. See how other things are going out around the sports world. Let's see, World Series Game 2 doesn't start until 5:30. It's kind of just college football then. There was other NHL games. The Ducks won again, I think, earlier today. Yeah, Ducks won 7-4 over The Flyers. So I mean, like, the Flyers have been playing well to start the season, and the Ducks are 4-4. But both of those teams are teams that we did not expect to be very good. So it's hard to say if that's like, I don't know. It's hard to say how impressive a win that is. Either way, again, the Ducks, they've got 8 points now, 4 wins, 4 wins in 8 games. More than some teams we expected to be in the playoffs can say, that's for sure. Let's see, as far as college football, is there any upsets going on? Really not a lot of college football having. I guess there's some that's happened. Let's see, Florida State won. Oh, Kansas upset Oklahoma. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch that much college football, but it's always interesting to see the scores and the upsets, especially. So number 6 Oklahoma losing to Kansas, unranked. Texas beat BYU. The Ducks demolished Utah. Okay. Notre Dame won, but Notre Dame never plays anybody good. And Louisiana beat Duke. Oh, Louisiana shut out Duke. Okay. It's weird to me to see teams like, I guess Louisiana not so much, but like Duke and UNC being good at football. I'm so used to them just being basketball team or like basketball schools. It's weird to see them like actually ranked. And then Tulane is ranked. What the heck? Tulane is ranked 22nd with a loss? Interesting. This is how much I don't pay attention to college football. Is like I've heard of Tulane, but I would never imagine they would get ranked even if they were undefeated. So, maybe they beat someone good. I don't know. Huskies play Stanford today. The 5th ranked undefeated Huskies play Stanford today at 4 o'clock, so that'll be getting started here at any second. But we're still at commercial here in between periods for the Kraken game, so thank you for sticking with us. Getting back to Kraken Panthers here in just a little bit, whenever it starts back up. McCann, backhand to forehand to backhand and in. Whoop, whoop. There it goes. Oh boy, he actually almost shoveled that clean behind Burakovsky. Like, he put that almost off the post on the other side. Yes. Kept it simple, pucks in deep, made plays. Not overskating. Not overskating is actually saying something, I guess. Still a bit generic, but I know they have to like find. We just have to keep it simple. The second time he said they keep it simple. I know it sounds cliche. I love how saying something it sounds cliche has become a cliche thing as well. Like, almost never get anything interesting in these like middle of the period interviews. No, gotta get shots off. Yep, get shots off, get pucks in deep, all the good stuff. I mean, it's not like their player's gonna divulge like their scouting secrets that they have on the other team or anything. So, awesome work. Looks like a bit of a slow start, but maybe some good momentum happening. How do you feel about the special teams and what might be causing their struggles? Well, yeah, definitely a slow start to the season for the Kraken. Special teams are coming around. I mean, the penalty kill actually has been pretty good all season. They had the one tough game against Detroit, but Detroit's been almost unstoppable in the power play this season. So, while you would have liked the strength on strength to go the way of the Kraken, it went the way of the Red Wings, and that's kind of just the way it is. Other than that, the penalty kill has been very, very hard to score on, so that really hasn't had too much issue. The issue has been more on the power play, and even there, they had the horrendous start to the season where they gave up a shorthanded goal before they scored a goal, and then they gave up a second shorthanded goal before they scored a second power play goal. So they were -1 at 2 different times to start the season. But honestly, the power play has kind of looked decent here over the last couple of games. So they're getting it turned around on the special teams. As far as like what's been going wrong on the power play, a lot of it I think is almost similar things to see what you see them doing with rush chances of just overpassing, overthinking offensive opportunities. It's something we've seen with the Kraken, and especially in the inaugural season, it was a huge frustration of this being that it was a team made up of a lot of like second and third line guys. They were all guys that are more, and a lot of them were kind of like setup guys and not a lot of shooters. And I think he's done a great job building this team, but Ron Francis loves his defensively responsible forwards. And oftentimes the guys that are more defensively responsible in the forward end also tend to be more the setup guys rather than the scorers. So the Kraken have had a bit of an issue finding guys that are willing to actually shoot the puck first and pass second. McCann has kind of come around to that a little bit, but he still occasionally will make a pass where you kind of wish he would have shot, especially considering how good his shot is. Ryan Donato kind of was that. Daniel Sprong was that. Obviously, both of them left. But neither of them are like guys you really want on your first line anyway, or being your primary goal scorers. I guess the epitome of the pass first guy would be Alex Wemberg, who, taking a shot on goal is the absolute last thing in Wemberg's mind in most cases. But yeah, that extends to the power play. They do tend to do a lot of overpassing. They've continued to kind of have issues, and not even kind of, they've definitely continued to have issues getting into the offensive end once once the puck is cleared out of the offensive end on the power play. They've definitely had issues, certainly not consistently being able to get back and established in the offensive end once they leave it and have to come back in. So figuring out how to get back into the offensive end after they've left on the power play is something they'll have to work on. They've almost resorted to dump and chase, which is, that's fine at 5-on-5, but you really don't want to be in a position where the dump and chase is your way of getting into the offensive end on the power play. If they could figure out a way to get into the offensive end and get set up a little bit more consistently, that would go a long way, I think, to helping them get things turned around. But again, that being said, they've gone from being a -1 on the power play in the early part of the season to now being in the top half of the league with power play percentage over 20% coming into the game. So it's figuring itself out. That being said, I would kind of expect the Kraken still to be a bottom half power play team by the end of the season. They just don't have the top end forward talent that you usually see from a team that's that high on the power play. Now, wouldn't necessarily have thought that from the Detroit roster, the way that they've started on the power play. So it's not to say that they couldn't get there. I just wouldn't necessarily expect it. Just found the channel at the start of the season. Love the breakdowns. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Glad you're enjoying the breakdowns. We'll be recording one right after this game. Hopefully get it out sometime tonight. We'll see how late tonight it ends up being. This is a 3 o'clock start, so I might be able to get it out by I don't know. I'm not going to make any promises as to when I get it out, but it'll probably happen sometime late tonight. Defense got to make stops. Offense got to get shots to the net, score more goals. That's the recipe for winning. Well said. Well said, linebacker 54. Linebacker 54. I'm going to take that as a Bobby Wagner fan. I also see the 3 in there, so I'm assuming March 8th of 2021 was a dark day for you, just as it was for me, with both Russell and Bobby leaving in the same day. But Bobby came back, and Russell got us a 5th overall pick. So, both of them helped. Both of them helped after leaving. All right, here we go. We're getting ready to start the second period. The guys are out there on the ice. It's Beniers out there for the face-off again. First line on first line. Puck is dropped. Beniers wins the face-off back. Second win for Beniers to start a period, and that is an icing. So even though the Kraken won the face-off, they will immediately go to a face-off in their end of the ice. 7 seconds into the second period. That was definitely a pass through the neutral zone where you're looking for a tip to then go and try and get it on the forecheck, but didn't happen. No tip, so it's an icing, and the Kraken win this one back. Whoa! Win it back into Decord, but fortunately he was paying attention. Deflects down, so no icing. Eberle down to try and get to the puck, but Lindell gets to it first, and the Panthers are back out. A bit of a 3-on-2 here. Beniers trying to get back into the play. He will be able to do that. Shoveled towards the net. Decord makes the save, and that'll be one of the easier saves Decord has to make. But it does freeze the puck, and we'll get another face-off in the Kraken end here. Still not even 30 seconds into the second period here. Greetings from Pittsburgh. Welcome in. Oh, a full one face-off for Wennberg. So Kraken 3 for 3 on the face-off so far in this period so far. Haven't really been able to create lasting possession out of it yet, though. Oh, here we go. Schwartz, he's got space. Nobody to pass to. Now he tries to pass it to Bjorkstrand, but on his offside, so Bjorkstrand not really able to do anything with it. Wennberg feeds it into the corner. Bjorkstrand tries to go get to it. Mikkola up along the boards. Alexiak has it now in the corner. Shot! Looks for the tip from Schwartz. Schwartz does get a stick on it, but it goes wide of the net instead of towards it. And now it's the Panthers are offside. So the Panthers coming through the neutral zone put themselves offside, and we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone a minute into the second period. Minute and 9 seconds. That was an interesting camera angle. They got a shot of some fans getting an early start on Halloween. Mario and Luigi in attendance. Not a lot of people in attendance in Florida in the fall evening. The Sunrise, Florida, outside Miami. Cousins pushes it in. Good defense there from Dumoulin. Still Panthers out in front. Whoa, good defensive stick there from, it was either McCann or Dumoulin to break up the shot from Lombard. Something hit one of the Panthers guys in the face. Okay, yep. So they come together and talk about it. No penalty will be awarded. It was the Panthers player. It was his own stick. Now Gord was going to lift his stick, and he lifted the guy's stick into his own face. So that doesn't count as high sticking. It was a stick to the face, but it was his own stick, and that's not going to get you a penalty. So Gord might have caused the stick to hit him in the face, but it wasn't Gord's stick, so no high sticking. That's the loophole there. Yeah, his own stick that got him in the face. So face-off in Florida's end of the ice. They win this one. They'll get out the other way. Oh, turned over in the neutral zone. Yamamoto feeds it in. Belmar. That's fed back. Dunn will have to go chase it down. He will get to it first. No icing. Up along the boards. Kraken get to it first. Through the neutral zone. Dunn on the rush. Oh, he tried to center it for Belmar, but Belmar was just a step slow there. Belmar behind the net, hounded by two players. Shore keeps it in, or doesn't. Maybe not. Never mind. Yamamoto is so pesky along the boards. So good at winning the puck along the boards for how small he is. Small by hockey standards, anyway. Oh, Decord feeds up for Schwartz. Wemberg to the front. Shot! Oh, I wanted that to go in so bad. That would have been a secondary assist for Decord if that went in. Nice play by Decord to make that happen. Here we go. Kraken coming back the other way. 3-on-2. Wemberg tries to get it to Bjorkstrand. Can't do it cleanly, so that kind of breaks up the rush chance. And Wemberg didn't have a shot there, so that wasn't the like Wemberg giving up a shot to pass it at least. Shot! Oh, off the post! Oh, it went off the post and then off of Bobrovsky's back, but it stayed out. All right, so let's see here what happens. Schultz shot. Beats Bobrovsky, goes off the post. Bjorkstrand's there. Oh, and the puck's loose, but it's like in Bobrovsky's armpit, so they whistle it dead. How does it get from... So Bobrovsky just falls backwards and kind of falls on top of it. Oh, Wemberg just kind of didn't get enough of it. He tried to go bring it to his forehand. Shot goes wide from Schultz as the Kraken win the faceoff. Keep it in. Oh, if that gets to Cartier clean. He would have had an open shot in the slot. Here's Eberle with the puck. Rims it down behind the boards. Cartier will get to it in the far corner. Cartier tries to get it to Beniers, but it's broken up. And the Panthers will get it out. That might be an icing, though. It will be an icing. So the Kraken will get another face-off in Florida's end. So the Kraken looks like they got a shot taken away during intermission or something. That's 14 shots for the Kraken on goal to 16 now for the Panthers, with I think only one shot on goal so far this period between the two teams. 4 minutes in. Of course, hitting a post does not count as a shot on goal. It does count as a shot attempt, but for it to count as an actual shot on goal, it needs to be determined as it would have gone in without a goaltender there. That being said, there are a lot of times where goaltenders get credit for saves if they like catch the puck where it was definitely going to go wide of the net. They'll sometimes still get credit for it because it's the shot that was close enough to the net and a goaltender caught it or whatever. But yeah, if it beats the goaltender and goes off the post, that's not a shot on goal. Sometimes I think is silly, but I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Here's Tolvanen. Shot! Oh, he had a little bit of little window there on the top corner over Bobrovsky's shoulder, but I think Bobrovsky managed to shoulder that one away. I thought for a second it had found that window. Oh, no! Oh, Tolvanen might have had a breakaway chance there, but he slipped. End of the shift, tired legs. Oh, boy. Oh! Oh, Decord. Woo! That was basically a 3-on-0 chance. Oh, my. Who slipped there? That was like almost the exact same type of thing. Oh, Dunn tried to make a backhand pass without really seeing where Gord was and just put it behind Gord. So that wasn't even a slip and fall. It was just an ill-advised miss of a pass from Dunn that led to easily the best scoring opportunity for the Panthers so far. They had 3 guys closer to the net than any Kraken player, and 2 of them had the chance to kind of pass back and forth. Basically a 2-on-0 there, and Decord came up with the save. Oh, breathe. Take some deep breaths after that one. Florida wins the faceoff. Behind the net. Doesn't come out. Decord blocker save. Shot. Glove save. Decord, and we'll get another faceoff. 14:50 left in the second period. Enjoy, we trust. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's shot. Easy one for Decord to see and save. Florida wins the faceoff, got the shot off immediately, but Decord saw it coming all the way, makes the another glove save. So 5 seconds later, it's another save for Decord and another faceoff in the Kraken end. Florida's kind of gotten on a bit of a roll here, winning faceoffs. Oh, I don't know what just happened there, but I think Decord made another big save. There's chaos in front of the net. Florida got it there, and there was one of their guys that had the puck, so hopefully we'll get a replay here. Short into the offensive end. Gets around one guy, tries to get to the puck in the corner. Here's Belmar. Puts it back down behind the net. Florida has two guys there to one for the Kraken, so they do get it out. But that comes down to Decord, who plays it. It wasn't going to make it for icing anyway. Belmar dumps it in. Cartier after it as Belmar goes off to it for a change. Beniers line out on the ice. Florida out the other way through the neutral zone now. Dumps it in. Verhaeghe. It'll be Tkachuk going for the... Oh. Nope, made it up the boards. Now... Tkachuk flubs the pass. Does get it eventually up to the point, though. Shot, tip, not there. Verhaeghe's tip went wide. Beniers on Verhaeghe. Decord can't get to it behind the net. And the Panthers put themselves offside. So with 13:20, we'll get a commercial break here, and with that, I'll be right back as well. I'll be back before the Kraken are, though. All right, be right back. All right, we're back. Just in time to see a Evergreen Ford commercial. Not a sponsor. Here we go. Excuse me there. Sorry, I was casually picking up Joey Decord in my fantasy league. Hopefully that doesn't curse him. What did I just do? If the next shot goes in, I take full responsibility. All right, here we go. Kraken back at it. Oh, Gord. Nice hustle by Gord. Gets to it. Around back. Out front. Shot. Oh, nice defensive stick. Up through the neutral zone. Oh, nobody's there. Oh, nice play by Gord again. What a shift for Gord here. Alexiak in the neutral zone. Here's McCann with it into the offensive end. Between three Panthers through the slot. Well, it's a good thing that didn't go in because that would have been goaltender interference on Gord. But, I mean, not a penalty, but it would have negated the goal. Shot! Goal! Ellie Tolvanen with the tip. Well, the next shot did go in, but not against the Kraken. So we're still waiting on the next shot on... the next shot against the Kraken we're still waiting for. I'll take responsibility if that goes in, because I just picked up Decor in fantasy. But this here... So Schwartz just looking for it. Shot. Oh, what a tip from Tolvanen. As long as that's below the bar. Alright, so shot... Oh, yeah, way below the bar. Okay. Oh, right through the 5-hole. Okay. So Jaden Schwartz staying hot scoring as he gets the primary assist, and Ellie Tolvanen gets his first of the season, cracking up 2-0. Let's go. All right, just about 12 minutes left. 12 minutes, 10 seconds left in the second period. Kraken now the 2-0 lead as Florida dumps it in on the forecheck. Reinhart with it behind the net. Again, he's 7 goals in 6 games for the Panthers, so that's definitely a guy you want to be playing some defense against. Making sure you have covered up. Reinhart with it now, back into the Kraken defensive end. Borgen touches it, and it looks like the Panthers are getting a power play here. Interference is the call, and they're saying it's Alexiak. Yeah, Alexiak to the box for interference. I didn't see it. I think it was away from the play. I mean... Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad call by the rule, but I've certainly... You see things like that happen, and probably more interference-y things happen all the time that don't get called, so Anyway, it's a Florida power play. By the letter of the law, that is a penalty on Alexiak, so you can't complain. Oh, it goes wide from Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe again skates in from the slot. Shot blocked by Wennberg. They still have it in the offensive end, circling around. Forsling. Lindell has it back to Forsling. Shot. Scores. I mean, it is the next shot. It was on the power play, but it was the next shot. What did I do? I might have gotten tipped. Did it go off something? Let's see if they get another angle. That might have gone off of one of the Kraken players in front. Well, it's back to a 1-goal game. And go figure the one game that you come into it and the stats look like the Kraken have the advantage in special teams. They don't score on their power play and then give up a power play goal. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my... And it's tied. 2 goals go in. The next 2 shots. I don't know why did I have to do that mid-game? Why did I have to go and pick up Decord mid-game? It's Matthew Tkachuk that scores, so hopefully that means Beniers can get one. And just pinballs off of a bunch of things and then eventually off of Decord's. Yeah, just he never saw it and it pinballed off of a bunch of stuff. Need to drop Decord immediately. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Done. Shot. Oh, it scored. Unbelievable. The second road game in a row, too, where the Kraken had a 2-0 lead and cough it up. McCann feeds it in. Gord will go down and chase it into the corner. Schwartz spinning. Feeds it in farther. Wemberg and Bjorkstrand fighting for it along the boards, but the Panthers have it out. Oh, nice keep in there by Wemberg. Wemberg freezes it. Now Wemberg's got it. Puts it around behind the boards the other way. Pinching in is Schultz, but he overskates it. Now Florida comes out. A little bit of a 2-on-2 chance here. And it's offside, I believe. 9 minutes and 30 seconds, or 36, I guess. Unbelievable. Agreed. Cheapseats does some great play-by-play. Oh, thank you. Oh no, you cursed them? Yeah, apparently. Need to drop Decord immediately. I feel like if I do that, I'm cursing it farther. I don't know. Stop the bleeding. All right. Oh my gosh. All right, we're just going to assume we're just going to go out and assume that because Matthew Tkachuk got his first goal of the season, that means Matty Beniers is going to get his first goal of the season, and that gives the Kraken back the lead, so we're good. Because both of the Mats were coming into this game without a goal on the season. Both of them score goals. Granted, Tkachuk scores more, but that's what we're gonna go with. We're gonna go with Matthew Beniers is now owed a goal because Tkachuk got one. If I really thought your adding Decord was a curse, or was the cause. I mean, yes, realistically, obviously, it has absolutely nothing to do with it, but you can't ignore that there was. Can't ignore the coincidence there, and I even said as much. I even said, all right, I picked him up because he's made 20 straight saves, and then the next two go in. It's how conspiracy theories are born. Dumber conspiracy theories have been born off of a lot less. Here come the Panthers in. Nice defense there from Beniers and Larson. Here come the Kraken back out the other way. It's done with the puck. Again, rushing offensively. He dumps it in. Eberle's going to go cross corner to get that, but doesn't get to it first. Beniers does have it now clean, though. The Kraken can get set up, but it goes well past Dunn and into the Kraken end, where Larson goes out to Eberle. Cartier might have pulled himself off sides if he had gotten to that, but he didn't. Doesn't matter. All right, shots on goal are 15-22 on the scoreboard. It is tied, though. In 15, Kraken 15 shots, Florida 22. We're tied at 2 now. Kraken had the 2-0 lead and coughed it up in the matter of just seconds. Tkachuk's shot goes wide. Don't think that was on goal. That's offside. Okay, 8:35 left in the second period, tied at 2. Got a face-off in the neutral zone after an offside by the Panthers. Puck is dropped, back won by the Kraken. Dumoulin has it, puts it up along the boards. I don't think that was touched by Shore, so we're going to get an icing and a face-off in the Kraken end. Alrighty. So something did count as a shot on goal. So the curse is broken. Decord has made a save now. Shot goes wide. Florida wins the face-off. Florida has possession. Nice play by Yamamoto there to break up the clear possession. Oh, nice little pass there. Florida keeps the zone. Out to the other side. Yamamoto still hounding. Everything's being kept to the outside. Florida has been able to keep possession, though, as they continue to do so. Forsling now trying to get a little bit of space. Not granted. Dumoulin has it. Dumoulin will get it up along the boards to Shore. And it does chip out into the neutral zone where Belmar and Yamamoto try to go after it. Dumoulin now has it. Kraken desperately need a change. The fourth line has been stuck out there for quite a while right now. And they're still struggling to get possession of the puck to try and get a change here. The fourth line has been out there for almost a minute and a half now. Still stuck out there. Need a stoppage here. Need a stoppage. And it can't be icing. Here we go. Delayed offside. That'll give the Kraken a chance to get a change on the forward end. Desperately needed. They'll get some fresh legs out there. Oh, here we go. Gord out front to McCann. Shot! Oh, he couldn't lift it enough. Yeah, McCann. Oh. He didn't get that clean. I don't know if that was off the heel of his... He just didn't get enough lift on it. Bobrovsky's just kind of soaks it up. He had the post sealed. That would have been... You'd have had to lift that pretty high. Let's see here. You would have had to, like, absolutely roof that. Bobrovsky got back to seal that up pretty quick. How's it going, Victor? Welcome in. Cousins out in front. Oh, nice save. Whoa, how did that stay out? Big save by Decord. I don't know if the other one, the follow-up off the rebound went off the post or if Decord made another save. They gave a credit for another shot on goal. Icing on the Kraken, so it's coming back. Florida really laying on the pressure here. Oh, big shot attempt. Yeah, second one went off the post. So shot from Lombard. Decord makes the save, but the rebound goes right back to Lombard, and then he had net to shoot at, but it goes off the post. Dodged a bullet there. Wow, Seattle was up 2-0 last time you checked. Yeah, it was very quick. A power play goal, and then a bouncing, bumbling puck that just happened to find its way past Decord. There's one that was like through a bunch of bodies and just bounced off a bunch of people. Decord didn't really see it until it was past him. Schwartz, a block on a pass there, not a shot. Here we go, the Kraken breakout. Ah, it doesn't get past the blue line. Oh, that is a tough shooting percentage to start the season for Tkachuk. 31 shots, and that was his first goal. Yikes. Here we go. Bjorkstrand. Ah, comes out. And it goes out of play. So with just over 5 minutes left in the second, we'll get a face-off just in front of the Kraken bench. Just came back from a day out. Go back in time. Got back in time to tune in for Seattle hockey since it's at Florida. There you go. All right. But also for my Islanders, neither they or the Jackets have yet to score. Yeah, a lot of stuff got going here at 4 o'clock, so I guess we can see what other scores are going on. Let's see, we got a battle of teams with good starts to the season. Detroit and Boston are halfway through the first scoreless. Winnipeg and Montreal are also around that same spot, but 1-1. Ottawa's got a 1-0 lead on Pittsburgh. Yeah, scoreless in Columbus with the Islanders. And Toronto and Nashville are scoreless. What about... Oh, Huskies are up 7-0. With 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Well, I'm a little bit behind. A little bit behind streaming-wise. I just went and checked, and apparently we've got a penalty coming up here to be expected. ESPN is definitely ahead of where I'm at on the stream, so definitely means the stream is a little bit behind, but that's okay. We'll just try to prevent going to looking at ESPN too much. Ah, Dave Lowry, one of the assistant coaches for the Kraken, had the first overtime playoff winner for the Panthers in their franchise history. How about it? That was Jordan Eberle for the Kraken, so who knows who he could be assisting for someday. My parents and siblings got tickets to go, but I was the only one to stay home. Oh no! I don't know what's going on here. So this is where ESPN said there was going to be a power play, but I don't see a power play, so I don't know what ESPN was saying. Maybe it just not updated. All right. Either way, 4:45, Gord wins the face-off, and we are off to the races. Kraken dump it into the offensive end. So it's good to know the ESPN Gamecast thing can't even be trusted, even if it is ahead. And the Kraken turn it over at the blue line, so the Florida blue line, fortunately. Here comes Reinhart in. Shot goes wide, looking for a rebound. Decord steers it into the corner, though, where no offense can be created out of it. It's 2-on-2 here for McCann and Gord. Gord goes into the corner, but nobody is there to get to it, so the Panthers once again have the puck coming out the other way. The Kraken having a hard time transitioning neatly out of the or into the offensive end. Fourth line out there again for the Kraken. Oh, a big hit there. That was Shore that took the hit. Decord ready for that one. The Panthers definitely starting to rack up the shots on goal. I'm pretty sure that was a shot. Maybe it was off of a Kraken, so they're not going to count it, but it's 17 shots for the Kraken to 26 for the Panthers here with 3:20 left. Whoa, goes through the crease. Shore, oh, there's Alexiak up along the boards, does get it out. Here's Shore hounding them. They need to get a change here. Get to the bench. Someone get to the bench. Well, DeCordo was maybe a little bit too casual with that one. Swings, shot. Oh, nice defense. There's some tired forwards. That fourth line getting caught out on the ice again. They're having another minute and a half long. Oh, huge save from DeCorden tight. Oh my goodness. The fourth line will finally get off the ice. Another minute and a half long shift for them. Oh, DeCord trying to pass it up. I think DeCord was looking for Schwartz there, but it was broken up by Dunn on the way. Here we go. Bjorkstrand down along the boards behind the net. Schwartz tries to get it to Wemberg, who can't handle the pass behind the net. Panthers will try to get it out, but it's broken up by Bjorkstrand. Down behind the net, Schwartz can't get it cleanly. Now the Panthers have a chance to get it out. They will do so, and it's collected by Dumoulin. And that'll be icing. Oh, you need to at least get a stick on those passes through the neutral zone. Google Live updated is about a minute and a half game time ahead. Yeah, I mean, dealing with the stream delay from Fubo and also the stream delay on YouTube, it's gonna be a little bit ahead. So that's why I'm trying to give like the time marks and stuff. So if you want to sync up, you can, or you can just see my reaction a little bit after whatever happens. Here we go. Puck's dropped. Kraken win that face-off with a minute and a half left here in the second. Bumbled around at the Kraken blue line. They get it out, though. Here we go. Schwartz in. Can he find a pass? Oh, good defensive stick to break up that pass. Eberle hounding. Beniers there. Cartier steals it. Oh, nice defensive stick to break up the pass to Beniers, but Eberle's got it back. Eberle up to Alexiak. Alexiak shot. Oh, tip was there from Cartier, but goes wide of the net. All right, they had a little bit of a chance there, a little flurry from the Kraken. Pass gets by Verhaeghe. Kraken have it. Eberle behind the Kraken net. Passes it to Borgen. Borgen loses it. Verhaeghe back to the slot. Shot! Blocked by Alexiak. 40 seconds left in the period. Panthers in the corner. Kachuk behind the net. Beniers has it. In the slot, they're trying to get it out. They do get it out. So 25 seconds left. The Kraken with possession. It's Borgen standing behind the Kraken net. So the Kraken will at least be able to kind of control the last little bit here. Unless they turn it over in the neutral zone. Here's Florida with the rush. Reinhart scores. 10 seconds left in the period, and Reinhart scored. Are they going to challenge this for offside? Let's see. Oh, yeah, he's offside. All right, they're going to win this challenge. Yep, so he touches the puck offside. And he does get his skates back across the blue line, but he'd already touched it in the offensive end before he'd gotten across. So, yeah, that one's coming back. I'm just going to take it off the board right now. Oh, caught a break there. Caught a break there. I mean, there's no way that's as clear as day that it's offside. As clear as the blue sky outside right now. Actually, I can only see a small patch of the blue sky, but I don't see any clouds in that small patch, so. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, so he does go. His skates go back across the blue line, but he would have had to bring the puck back across the blue line and then go in, which he didn't do. So because he touched it, actually, as soon as he touches it offside, it doesn't matter. The whistle should have been there, so he could. It doesn't even matter if he gets that puck. So he touches the puck offside. Even if he had taken the puck with him back onside and then back in the neutral zone and then come back in, he still would have touched it offside. So it doesn't even matter that. I don't know why this is taking. Are they? They must be looking at what the time left on the clock is. They have to be looking at what, because that took way too long. It's again, you can see that. Yeah. Okay, they're just looking to see how much time to put back on the clock. So, no goal. Whew. Kraken dodge a bullet there. I mean, it was still a careless, just like toss of the puck up along the boards into the neutral zone. You've got 15 seconds there, and look, I understand you want to stretch the ice and try and create a rush chance for yourself. But regardless of that being offside, that is like the Kraken have just kind of been careless, not even necessarily in the neutral zone, but transition. They've been careless in transition most of this game, especially the second period, I should say. The first period they're actually doing all right, but the second period has been a pretty bad period for the Kraken, honestly. I mean, sure they get the goal, but the Kraken had what, 3 shots on goal in that period? I think that period was 3 shots on goal to 11. Actually, no, it would be 14. So, it's another one where it feels like Decord's keeping them in this game. Like they've scored 2 goals. They've gotten a couple of good goals, but they had a 2-0 lead. Decord's keeping them in the game, and they still managed to cough up that 2-0 lead. The power play goal, and then the one that was just kind of a weird bouncing. Like, that's the type of thing where you're playing with a frozen chunk of rubber sticks on ice. Like, you're going to get ones that just weirdly bounce through crowds of people that the goalie's just not going to have a chance on. Decord didn't see it. It took a couple weird bounces, goes in. That happens. The penalty kill, like, I mean, I said it at the time, but go figure that as we're coming into this game, we're coming into a game where the Panthers have been terrible on special teams and the Kraken have been good on the penalty kill and at least better of late on the power play. So by the numbers, this was a game that special teams heavily favored the Kraken coming in. And granted, it's a small sample size, just 8 games for the Kraken, 6 for the Panthers, but 2 power plays, 1 for each team, and so far the Panthers have scored on theirs, and the Kraken didn't do much with their power play. So, a frustrating second period to say the least. Tolvanen gets his first goal though, so that's nice on a tip on a Schwartz pass shot. Schwartz shot, Tolvanen tip goes through the 5-hole Bobrovsky. That gave the Kraken the 2-0 lead, and now for the second game in a row on the road, they've blown a 2-0 lead. Just not what you want to do on a consistent basis. I would like this period to be over. Bless, I'm assuming on the offside. Frustrating season, to be honest. Yeah, especially the start. Actually, I mean, again, the Kraken are 2-1-1 in their last 4 games. So if you decide to ignore how the first 4 games went, they actually, they've actually been decent in the last 4 games as a whole. Now that the game against the Rangers was pretty bad. That was a continuation of the first few games, but yeah, the first 4 games are really what's dragging everything back down at this point. Because again, you get what 0-3-1 in those first 4 games, and the 1 point is an overtime or a shootout loss in St. Louis, and the Blues are not good. So that's a tough game to only come away with 1 point in. I mean, at least they got 1 point and didn't come away with 0, but still. All right, well, Boston leads Detroit now 2-0 before the end of the first period. Still 1-1 with Winnipeg in Montreal. Ottawa now leads 2-0 over the Penguins. Islanders up 1-0 over Columbus. And at the end of the first, Toronto and Nashville are tied at 1. Meanwhile, college football. Huskies still, end of the first period, Huskies are still leading 7-0, but Stanford has the ball, so. At least Burakovsky is not. At least Burakovsky is not injured anymore like last season. The sarcasm. Yeah, losing Burakovsky for a month and a half is not going to help things. That having been said, Burakovsky went down in that Rangers game, and the Kraken are. I mean, again, it's like it's not because Burakovsky got hurt by any means. They'd be playing better with him than without him, but still, it's what 1-0-1 since Burakovsky got injured, or yeah, 1-0-1. Look here and see what the trends. Natural stat. Like, I want to see just how bad this momentum has been. Switch of momentum here. So the Kraken dominate based on just like shots on. So just based on shots on goal, the Kraken dominate the first half of the first period. Then the Panthers start to work it back really throughout the. Actually, just the first few minutes, and then the Panthers kind of even things up. So yeah, that's what we expected. Then it kind of stays even in the first, and the second period was middling at the start, and then yeah, Panthers just take over the rest of the way. Tolvanen gets the goal, but then the Panthers get 2 goals in what was that, like 10 seconds? 11 seconds. Oh my. 11 seconds between goals. And yeah, as expected with the face-offs, it's now down 9%. So the Kraken were winning 61% of the face-offs after the first. They're now down to just winning 52% of the face-offs after 2. So the Panthers have gone a little bit better in the face-off dot. Shots on goal, according to ESPN, are now 17-28. So 1 less than they had on the Root broadcast. So that's, I think it would be 3 shots for the Kraken in that period, and 13 for the Panthers. So like kind of 10 is what you're looking at usually a period, right? Hits have evened up a little bit, so 13 hits for the Panthers, 9 for the Kraken, so that's evened up a bit. I do think that we didn't really get to see like a good slow-mo on either one of them. The power play goal might have ended up hitting Wemberg, and the second one I think hit Beniers. So the Kraken a couple of unlucky bounces there. Like, both the goals go past Decord off of, I think, his own players in front of him, his own teammates. Bro got injured in April and was gone for the rest of the season. He actually got injured in February? I think it was February. Because Burakovsky got injured. Maybe it was March. I thought it was February. Because it wasn't long after the All-Star break. In fact, I think it was the first game after the So it would have been February. I think he got hurt the first game after the All-Star break. Maybe that's even late January, actually. So it was like. Because he they came back from the All-Star break, and then he pulled a muscle right after they got back from the All-Star break. And then he healed from that. It was a pulled groin. He healed from that, or at least we think it was. But then he broke a foot, and then it was a couple of other, like he broke a foot, and then, I mean, all we ever heard was it's a lower body injury, and he kept getting setbacks. But apparently it was a number of injuries. Like he healed from the first one, but then he hurt something else, and then just wasn't able to get healthy through his rehab. Just kept having setbacks. So yeah, it wasn't one injury that kept him out, but this one's going to keep him out for a month and a half, and hopefully he doesn't re-injure himself somehow along the way. Wow, yeah, that's even worse. Yeah. Well, welcome in. Thank you everyone for joining. Obviously, not especially the back half of that second period didn't go the way we would have wanted it to. Kraken did take the 2-0 lead on a tip-in by Tolvanen off of a Schwartz shot from the blue line. But then, in the space of 11 seconds, one off the power play and one bouncing off of Kraken players in front of the net, the Panthers tied up at 2 within 11 seconds. So, not of Tolvanen scoring. They scored one on the power play, then 11 seconds later they scored again. So, yeah. It's the second time, at least already this season, they've given up two quick goals. Oh boy. Well, we're intermission here. I guess I should probably change this to the third period before I forget about it. Files. Oh, I need to save that as a copy. Oh. Already exists. Yeah, I know it already exists. As for the subscriber thing, I don't think we've gotten that much. It's been somewhat of a quiet stream, but I appreciate everyone that's joined. Who do I want to win? Who? I feel like there's some content. No, I'm just kidding. Kraken. I would like the Kraken to win. Quite frankly, I don't care if it happens in overtime or regulation. For the sake of getting a little bit more time in the evening and getting to recording the follow-up, regulation would be nice. Also, 2 overtime games in a row. I don't know if my heart can take another one, but yeah, Seattle is who I want to win. Go Kraken. Nothing against the Panthers, just, they happen to be the team I cheer for is playing. I think Panthers. Oh, Stanford ties it, so it's 7-7 in the Husky game. They got a cheerleading group. Cheerleading on boy, that seems cheerleading, and I would have to imagine that there was a little bit more traction on those shoes than what it looked like. I mean, those looked like just straight up flat bottom, like skate tennis shoes. I don't think the center ice of a hockey rink is where I would want to be doing cheerleading, but you know what? Seems like they were doing fine, so. USC at Cal, 50-43. College football is just wacky. Well, at least Tolvanen got his first, so good to see one of the Kraken players that's kind of been in a drought here at the start of the season get on the board. To be honest, I want Seattle to win. Go Kraken. That's what we like to hear. just Florida things. All right, hopefully we get started here with the third two. I mean, it can't be that much longer, right? I guess they did just interview Tolvanen, so we probably still got another commercial break at least. I'm ready to just get to the third. These darn intermissions. Suppose as a reminder, part of this stream, part of the reason I'm doing it, having a little bit of fun with it, is we're like 80 subscribers away from catching up to the Florida Panthers, which is probably, unless just something blows up here in the stream, is not likely to happen. But, and I don't usually press subscriptions too much, but if you want to help this channel catch the Panthers, then click that subscribe button. I do recaps of every Kraken game, as well as some other fun fan reaction, Hockey 101 videos if you're new to the sport and want some questionings answered. All sorts of things. Mostly Kraken focused, but some not so much. Pretty much all hockey focused. It's been a while since I did a non-hockey video. Can't remember what the last non-hockey video I did was. It's probably the worst year ever, the 2008 Seattle sports year. I think that's the last non-hockey specific video I did. Which that was a good video. It didn't get very much traction, but it's a good video. Who do you think is going to be the next captain of the Kraken? I think it'll be Beniers. They're just going to wait for him to get a little bit more experience and a little older. But I think it'll be Beniers. It won't be this year. It might not be next. We'll see. If he signs a long, Beniers will be signing an extension at some point either this season or in the off season. If it's a long extension, then maybe he is the captain next year. Who knows? Go Seahawks too. Yep, go Seahawks. They're playing the Browns tomorrow. When is that? Is that in Seattle? Sorry, now I need to know if that's in Seattle. Yeah, it is in Seattle. Okay. So 1 o'clock tomorrow, Seahawks versus Browns. 1 o'clock tomorrow, Seahawks versus Browns. Go Hawks. The Kraken have a real problem with maintaining leads so far this season. Yeah, they do. Hope they're able to get that tightened up. Yes. You know, I thought it was going to be different. Look, the Hurricanes are just a very good, and I mean, honestly, so are the Panthers. The Hurricanes and Panthers are two teams that are very good offensively. So, you know, if you're going to blow leads, 2-goal leads to teams, these are teams that it kind of makes sense that it would happen against. But still, blowing a 2-0 lead 2 games in a row is certainly far from what you want. I thought like McCann, yes. I too am a fellow Kraken fan. And I want to win. I too am a fellow Kraken fan. I too am a fellow Kraken fan, and I would like them to win. Hear, hear. Let's freaking go. Time for the third period. Yep, looks like we're coming in here for the third period. Got like a hair or something that's bothering me. I don't know what's going on there, but just trying to ignore it. Oh, Fort Lauderdale. There's downtown Fort Lauderdale for those that were curious. All right, let's get one, boys. Let's get a goal, Kraken. What do you say? Let's get a goal, huh? Take that lead. Don't give it back. Third period is starting. When I watched that video about 2008, I did not think the city of Seattle had that atrocity of a season for all their sports teams. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Does not get a lot worse than that for a sports season for a city. Even a region, for that matter, honestly. All right, here we go. Puck is not dropped. Oh, okay, now we're ready. All right, now the puck is dropped. Oh, Beniers does not go 3 for 3 at the start of periods. Here we go. No icing. So Cartier and Eberle fighting for it down in the end. Beniers has it. Beniers keeps it in. Nice job, Beniers. Eberle has it behind the net. Swings around, sweeps around, whatever you want to say, but throws it right at the corner, and Bobrovsky had that very sealed off, so get a freeze and a face-off in the offensive end. Just didn't quite cleanly handle that as he tried to whip around, and so he looks for the pass, there's none there, so he whips around and tries to get the shot, but yeah, the defensive stick was there, so he couldn't really get everything on that shot. Wouldn't have had a lot to shoot at anyway, he's probably looking for a rebound more than anything, but Kraken win the face-off. It's the Wemberg line out there, so Schwartz with it, out across, Alexiak. Shot towards the net. Either a save was made or it went off the side of the net. Either way, it didn't go in the goal, which is what we're looking for on this end of the ice. At least during this third period anyway. Whoop. Fans on the pass. That's going to go all the way back to the other end. Bobrovsky plays it out as the Panthers put that back down to their own end of the ice. Tolvanen, the only Kraken player down there. Oh, here comes Gord. He's backing off. Tolvanen on the forecheck. Panthers looking for something. Forsling just standing behind his own net. Oh, turned over. Oh, Gord tried to tap it to Tolvanen, but it wasn't there, so they turn it back over to the Panthers. Whoop. Up along the boards. McCann got to be careful. Back to McCann. Up to the other side. Schultz in. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Gord has it. Nope, Gord doesn't have it. Gord overskates it. Panthers out. Tolvanen rubs Forsling off the puck, or someone off the puck. Maybe it was... I don't know who it was that he rubbed off the... Either way, the Kraken have it. It's Schultz through the neutral zone. Root Sports has a little technical glitch, but we're back, and that's up along the boards. Kept in by Yamamoto towards the net. Wrap around. Looking for a pass. Oh, nice play by, was that 18, whoever that is. Nice defensive play there. Well, that was certainly a cross check, but those don't get called very frequently, so not a surprise that it wasn't called. So with 17:41 left in the third, tied at 2, we have a face-off, I believe, in the Florida end of the ice with the puck going out of play. Good little shift there from the fourth line, at least got into the offensive end. Go Kraken. Oh, what a good chance. Couple of good looks there, yep. At least a better start to this third period than how the second, especially the second half of the second period went. Nice little poke from Beniers to get it back to Dunn, over to Larson. Larson up along the boards. That comes back in. Must have been tipped along the way. No icing. Shot! Oh, Cartier didn't get it clean. I think Bobrovsky might have gotten a stick on it there, trying to find the pass to Cartier right out front. Eberle looking for the pass, eventually gets it back to Larson. Larson winds up the shot, looking for a tip. Nothing there. Beniers tries to keep it in, but it's turned over in the neutral zone. Here comes Cartier. Oh, he lost it. No! He gets it back, but that kind of ruins the scoring chance. And that kind of ruins that whole offensive possession, unfortunately. Wide, Kraken, possession. Lost possession in the neutral zone. The Panthers now coming in onside. Larson, around back. Beniers to it. Beniers has it. Up to Schwartz. Bjorkstrand. Looking for something. Down into the corner. Shot on goal! Oh, just goes wide. Bro. Bjorkstrand. Borgen coming down into the play. Here's Bjorkstrand up in the corner for Bjorkstrand, or for Borgen. Borgen down in the play. Down along the boards behind the net. That's Schwartz. Up to Borgen, back in his normal spot. Bjorkstrand shot! Goes wide, or maybe off the shoulder. Alexiak shot! Save made by Bobrovsky. Oh, Bobrovsky just got back there. Yeah, the puck just popped up in the air for a little bit too long for Schwartz to be able to take advantage of the empty side of the net. Yeah, okay. I think Bobrovsky still had the chance, but mine is so behind. Here goes Lomberg through the neutral zone. The Panthers won the face-off. Lomberg just puts it off of Dumoulin, who was right in front of him, so nothing happens there. Panthers behind the Kraken net. Trying to get it out front. Nothing there. Good defense behind the net by the Kraken, not allowing anything out front. Tolvanen tries to fork it out. Doesn't happen. Dumoulin does get it up. McCann can't get it past. Gord will go get it, though. Gord feathers it in behind the net. A little battle between Tolvanen and... Oh, out front! Oh, wasn't there. The perspective... The puck was, like, up in the air, but the, like, perspective and angle... Oh, missed the... Oh, the Kraken dodged a bullet there. I was going to say the perspective that puck hopped in the air, it looked like it was going to go right for a slot opportunity for the Kraken. That will be icing. So with 14:50 left in the third, the Kraken will have a face-off down in the Kraken end. Once again, it's the fourth line that's kind of stuck out there on the ice. Mine is very ahead, 14:13. Yeah, we're at 14:50 left right now, waiting for a face-off in the Kraken end is where I'm at, as of when you're hearing this. All right, the face-off dropped right now. Here's Dunn to Yamamoto. Yamamoto will feather it in. Belmar goes out. No, say that's not Belmar. That's Shore. Goes after it. Here's Belmar and Yamamoto out front. Nice little whoop. That would have been offside, so yeah, he had to let it go. Shore had to let that one go, or it would have been offside, which honestly might not have been the end of the world because you get a face-off outside that end of the ice, but... And Decord will stop that. We'll get a face-off now at that 14:13 mark that people were talking about earlier. So shots are 20-29, still obviously in favor of the Panthers, but the Kraken have gotten a couple to start the period here, and a couple of pretty decent looks. I'm at an ad break right now. That's probably coming up here in a second. Yeah, if you're watching it on cable or like anything close to live, you're going to be a little bit ahead. Again, I'm watching it through Fubo, so there's a bit of a delay there from what's on cable. Just streaming services tend to have those delays, which doesn't matter for a lot of things, but live sports it does a bit. And then YouTube, like YouTube streaming, there's a delay in YouTube streaming from when I'm talking to when it gets to you by like 30 to 45 seconds, so that doesn't help either. There's just no way for me to be perfectly live. It's just always going to have a little bit of a delay. But now we're going to commercial. So with just under 14 minutes left, we go to commercial, and I will also be right back. All right, I'm back. We're watching a Comcast commercial. Gross. Got to be careful. Actually, Comcast has my internet, so if they hear that, Comcast, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Um, I got ESPN. How's it going? Hey, Pablo. Good to see Pablo in here. Uh, gotta love the streaming future we live in. It'll get better. I mean, it's better than having cables running through like having someone come in and run cables through the walls. Which, look, if it's already in the wall, you might as well use it. But we do not have cable in the house, so don't really want to deal with a cable company coming and drilling a bunch of holes in the walls. Plus, cable is not that cheap, and then you have issues like where, I mean, just recently, Comcast Cable decided to move Root Sports to a more expensive package to save people money, which I suppose if you'd never watched Root Sports and you were paying for it, then that would work. But, oh boy, then that would work. But for the people watching Root Sports, now they have to pay more money. And I'm pretty sure that was probably what Comcast was doing all along, was trying to get more money because, you know. Anyway, we're going here. Decord just got the puck behind the Kraken net at 13:30, or a little bit more than. Here it comes back. Wemberg chasing a guy around now in the Florida end of the ice. Tries to come through. Feathered in. Nice little handle by Decord there. Dunn and Larson in the defensive end. Oh. Lombard, a nice little forechecking play there. As much as I hate to give him credit for things after the hit on Schultz last season. Shot, nice block in front there by Eberle. Lombard behind the net. Looks for someone out front. It's not there. Good play by Beniers to get this puck. Watch out, Beniers. He likes to board people. And Cartier takes the hit from Lombard instead. Not into the boards, though. It was a clean hit. Here's Cartier! Shot! Oh! Here's Beniers with the puck in the Kraken end. 12-15. Now McCann. Beniers will have to go off and get a change. This Dunn plays catch with Schultz. No icing. Gord gets to it first. Verhaeghe flips it out to center, where Tkachuk puts it down for Lundell. Lundell tries to get it back to Tkachuk. It's not there. Oh, nice play by... Okay, somewhat nice play. Prevented Weegar for... Not Weegar. Who am I talking about? Weegar is no longer playing here. That was a couple years ago. Here we go. 2-on-1 chance. Out in front. Beniers! Oh, that's not Beniers. Sorry, that was Tolvanen. Either way, the save is made by right out front for Tolvanen. Tried to go 5-hole on Bobrovsky, but Bobrovsky covered that up. Tolvanen does not get his second of the game. I saw the 0 and thought it was Beniers. I don't know why. We just saw Beniers go off the ice. But oh, and Tolvanen just kind of shoveled it. He didn't try to go 5-hole. He tried to like shovel it over him. Oh, he tried to go over the shoulder, but... Still a good look for Tolvanen. The Kraken will get the face-off with the Wemberg line now out there. Bro locked him up. Panthers are going to win the face-off. Wemberg got to be careful there. Borgen flings it around the boards. That does get out of the zone. Schwartz has it. There's Bjorkstrand. Schwartz has it. In. Oof. Just well defended there. Oh, Alexiak sneaking up behind there. Here we go. Wemberg comes in. Bobrovsky plays it out. Alexiak fires off the boards looking for a bank pass. Wasn't there. Evan Rodriguez flings it in. Dunn back into the corner where Larson has it. Larson up to... Well, now it's short, Devin Short. Goes into the Florida end. Just about to hit the halfway mark here of the third shot. Easy save for Decord to make. Kraken still looking for... We're still waiting for that first Matty Beniers goal. That's what we're looking for. Beniers is out on the ice for the face-off in the Kraken end of the ice. Beniers in his line with the pairing of... Oh, that goes wide. Florida won the face-off, but it did go wide. Cartier trying to chase it down. Oh, nice forecheck by Cartier. Now Eberle trying to force it off along the boards. Here we go. Cartier has it now. Out front. Oh, off a skate. Pass does not connect. Here we go. Oh, didn't get it to the backhand. Or to the forehand, sorry. Decord behind the net. Tries to dump it for Beniers. Kind of... For whatever reason, the couple of times that I've seen Decord like blatantly miss the person he's trying to pass it to, it's been like dumping it to Beniers. It's like both times it was on Decord, not Beniers. Like Beniers is kind of just like, okay, I'll come play the puck, but then at the last second, Decord tries to pass it to him and just puts it in his feet. Otherwise, Decord's been great handling the puck as usual. Beniers on the forecheck, down behind the Florida net. He'll go off on the change as coming onto the ice is the McCann line. Or not the McCann line. I should call it the Gord line because that's what it is. But McCann is on the line too, so I suppose that works. Gord down in the corner on the forecheck. Can't get to the puck. It does come out and out of play. But along the bench, so no penalty. We've got 9 minutes left now in the third. All right, 9 minutes left here in regulation, and it's, I don't want to say anything that could jinx anything here, but it's seeming like this might end up in overtime for a third game in a row for the Kraken. This has been a pretty tightly played game defensively in this third period so far. Both teams are clearly trying to not give up the third goal as a priority over trying to score it. Which isn't to say there haven't been a couple of good chances, but it's clear that the priority for both teams in this third period is on defense, which, I mean, deservedly so, but... Dominoes. Ate a lot of dominoes back in the college days. Alright, so here's Gord. Where are we circling on Gord? Oh, there it is. That's why. So Gord makes a defensive play and then back the other way. Oh, this is the Tolvanen chance. Yeah, and then he just put it right into the logo. The puck didn't settle enough for Tolvanen to really get the ability to really do what he wanted with that puck. Pizza Hut is better. Personally, I would prefer new Domino's, but honestly, not crazy about either one, so I'm not going to argue too much about it. Oh, come on, get it out front. Gord behind the net. McCann pokes at it. Oh, Tolvanen. Nope. Slapped out by Forsling, I think that was. Dunn and Larson play catch. McCann will fling it in. Hit something along the boards as Forsling now has it clearly in the defensive end. And turned over in the Kraken end again. Here we go. Tolvanen drops for McCann. This line's been out here for a bit. Oh, Gord out in front. Oh, that was a good chance. Gord was sliding in there. He definitely had his skates angled in a way he was looking for maybe a deflection in. Of course, then you might have ended up with the, is it kicking or is it not kicking? Which never goes the way of the Kraken. Oh, yeah, Gord definitely put his skate out there to try and... Here we go. Yeah, if that goes in off of his skate, like, I wouldn't want it to be kicking, but I feel like that probably would have been a kick in if that had gone in off of his skate. Now, obviously, if it goes off his stick, then it's in, but... Oh, Schwartz a little sloppy there in the neutral zone. Decord has it. Decord up along the boards. What are we doing here, boys? Out in front. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, good defense by Bjorkstrand there. Here we go. Kraken break it out. Wemberg through the neutral zone. He'll look for a pass. Or just go into the corner. Fought for in the corner. Neither team has had a lot of success on the forecheck in this game. Shot! Oh, Schultz's shot. Pad saved by Bobrovsky. Not a lot of sustained offensive zone time for either team. Kind of the best that there's been is one shot and then either a face-off or rebound goes to the defending team. So here we go. Bjorkstrand looking for someone to pass to. Oh, Cartier miscommunication with Beniers there. So Bjorkstrand still looking for someone to pass to. The ref gets in the way, but Beniers has it in the corner. Beniers passes to Dumoulin. Dumoulin gets the pass to Eberle. Shot! Oh, it goes wide. Deflected wide, I should say. It was on goal originally. Oh, nice play there by Verhage. That goes off Dumoulin and goes out. 6 minutes left. Well, Decord goes out to play it, and it hits something along the boards and just goes right out in front of the net, and it's a wide open net. Oh my... It goes up along the boards, and it hits something along the boards and just... Look at this. It just goes up, hits something along the boards, and just goes right out in front of the net instead of rimming around like it's supposed to. Oh my gosh. That's just terrible luck. Like, there's... I mean, look, Decord takes some chances going out to play the puck. That's not one where he's taking a chance. That's one where you're just expecting the puck to be back there. And yeah, there's some goaltenders in the league that are going to stay in, but that's not... Yeah, that's just as bad of luck as you can possibly imagine. Yeah. 5 minutes left. Feels like it's going to take a miracle. The Panthers have been pretty limiting here. I guess I should probably put the score up there. Well, 5 minutes left. Decord makes the save there. Looks like we're going to go to commercial. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that would go wrong this season the way it's going so far. It hit the little tiny bit where, yeah, it either hit like where the Zamboni comes out and like there's a little bit of unevenness there with the boards, or it hit one of the like things that connects the boards together. Because it was up along the glass, like it wasn't on the boards part, it was along the glass, and it for some reason took a 90 degree, like more than 90 degree angle off of it, just like not even did it like bounce weirdly off the boards, it also just like went perfectly out in front of the net. It's unbelievable. Well, that's what happens when you mess around and give up your 2 goal lead, is then all of a sudden a bad bounce can put you behind. Unbelievable. Well, the Kraken have 5 minutes to figure out how to tie things up and get it to overtime again. Face-off won by the Panthers. And Accord will stop it just under 5 minutes. So 10 seconds of flailing around and we'll get another face-off in the Kraken end. Gets past Schwartz. Schwartz up to... Oh, if that settles for Alexiak. And we'll get a face-off just in front of the Panthers bench, it looks like now. So up next on Monday, the Kraken will be in Tampa Bay against the Lightning, and then they get a couple of days off. Tuesday and Wednesday off. They'll be back at home on Thursday for Nashville, and then Calgary on Saturday, a week from today. Oh, out in front, Eberle! Tip wasn't there. Here we go, Kraken in the offensive end, and of course now it comes out. Just no sustained time in the offensive end. I mean, even Florida isn't getting sustained time in the offensive end. They just got an insanely lucky bounce. Beniers loses it. Oh, if only he just keeps that on his stick. Borgen keeps it in the Kraken. Kind of getting set up here. Not clear possession, though, as the Panthers will now get it out. Please make Seattle win. I wish I could. Nice pass here to McCann. McCann in. Shot. Oh, rubbed out by Berg. I don't even know how McCann got that shot off between two guys, but he did. 3-on-2 for the Panthers here. Defended well by Larson and done. Oh, for a second. Here come the Kraken the other way. They've got a chance for a break here. And now they have to reset. They would have been offside if they kept going there. Kraken will roll a bit of a change here. Slammed in. Right on goal. Bobrovsky bounces that one back out, and the Panthers have it in the neutral zone. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. We're starting to get around to the time. Probably next 30 seconds to a minute here, we'll look at the cord potentially leaving the net to get the extra guy out there. 3 minutes left now. Kraken clear possession. They'll be keeping an eye on Decord here as Schwartz goes in to chase it down into the corner. Forsling up along the boards. Dumoulin pinching. Kraken definitely playing a little more offensively here. Here we go, out to the side. Schultz! Shot! Save made by Bobrovsky with 2 minutes and 38 seconds left. Oh, I don't even know how he managed to get like an okay shot off there. Oh, Schwartz looking for the tip, just didn't quite get it. All right, here we go. Face off in the Florida end. Interesting line. Shot out front. Oh, it was there. All right, 2.5 minutes. Florida's just looking to waste time now. Good breakout for the Kraken. Here we go. Here's Alexiak of all people carrying it in. Kachuk gets it out though. 2 minutes left. Now, as soon as the Kraken get clear possession again, they're going to have to pull Decord. All right, let's not waste too much time, guys. They're trying to get the right line out there. Minute 50. Beniers circles. They're trying to just get clear possession. They want to get into that offensive end with the puck. Schwartz goes in. Decord is gone. Empty net. The sixth guy will be out here. Fighting for it. Beniers. It gets past Beniers. And that will do it. Missed it. Icing. Woo! Barkov missed the empty net from the Florida blue line, and we still have a chance. Now they get a face-off in the offensive end. Minute 24 left. Hacksaw will take the timeout. So yeah, Tampa on Monday, who the Kraken have never beaten. Then Nashville, who they lost in a shutout fashion to in Nashville earlier this season. But then you finally get an easy team in the Flames, and I say easy team. They're not actually a pretty good team. They're just playing terribly to start the season. There's not a lot of light parts to this schedule here for a little bit. Weirdly enough, the lightest looking part of the schedule for the next little while is the games against the Alberta teams, who are should be better than they're playing. But as long as they can keep playing terribly until the Kraken play them, that's all that we really need. Here we go. Eberle has it. Kraken still trying to get clear possession. It comes along the boards. Bjorkstrand back down to Eberle. Sorry, that's Schwartz. Kept in. Beniers in the corner. McCann. All right, he gets up. Here we go. McCann shot! Oh, off to the side. Bjorkstrand down behind the net. Under a minute. Bjorkstrand keeps it in. Around to McCann. McCann up to the point. Back to McCann. McCann out front. Nope. To the side. Front! Oh, Beniers. The tip in front looking for it. Bjorkstrand. Eberle, 30 seconds. Over to McCann. McCann. Here we go. Kept in. McCann shot. Save made by Bobrovsky. 17 seconds left. Had a couple of chances there. Oh, just over the far corner by Beniers. Oh, he has no kind of luck to start the season. Is McCann hurt? It looks like something's not comfortable for him. All right, Gord's on there. Back. Done. Shot! Chaos in front of the net. I don't think it went in. There's nobody pointing at the net, so it must not have. 9 seconds left now. Eberle just got pushed into Bobrovsky. I don't, like, if that goes in, which it didn't, so it doesn't matter, but if that goes in, Forsling pushed Eberle into Bobrovsky, so I think that should have been a goal if it had gone in, but again, it didn't, so. 9 seconds left. Need a miracle here. Shot. Tipped off Bobrovsky. Beniers in front. Oh, wide, and that will do it. Crap. Unbelievable. Well, sometimes the luck just isn't on your side, and that, I mean, look, you can't give up 2 goals in 11 seconds, and that's ultimately what undoes them, but the game winner is just a horrendously bad bounce. I mean, that's a bounce that effectively takes at least 1 point out of the standings. So now they'll have to go to Tampa, and now we're back to kind of really needing a win in Tampa, and it's again a team you've never beaten before. Well, I tried to bring luck to the team with the reverse retro, and it didn't happen. So maybe streams are just doomed this year. All right, well, I mean, Maddie's time is coming. He's really in there trying. Thanks, Scott, for doing this. Yeah, thanks to everyone for joining. Look at it, staying here for a little bit longer. Yeah, Beniers is just like, he's not been. I wouldn't say. I think it's been a slow start to the season for him. I think it's fair to say, even the way he's playing. Like, he's played good here and there, but again, he's still just in his second year in the league. And honestly, like, he deserves to have had a couple of goals by now. He's had some very good chances. He's just not getting the bounces whatsoever. And that can honestly be said for the team as a whole. But I mean, really the only, like, fortunate bounce you can say, at least that I can think of, like, truly fortunate bounce the Kraken have gotten this season, and it wasn't even a bounce, it was the officials just closing their eyes on the Schwartz throwing the stick at the puck in Detroit. Otherwise the Kraken have been banking some good luck as far as karma is concerned, because they're due something coming back the other way. Thanks, Scott. Glad to finally make it to one of these streams. They're not doomed, but that our reverse retro sweater is. Again, like, I wore it because last year they seemed to win. Every time I wore this last year, they pretty much won. I think they lost once when I wore this last year. Now, when they wore it, that was a problem. They did not do well wearing the reverse retros, but by doomed, I mean cursed. I mean, like, I wore the Alexiak one for the first one, and they lost that game 4-1 in Vegas, so I'd... So, anyway, again, thank you everyone for joining. I'm gonna get something to eat, get something to drink, and get going on this R&R. But I appreciate everyone for joining. We did not. I mean, again, this is kind of the risk I took by doing a stream against Florida. It's not the team that necessarily always draws the most attention. No offense, Florida fans. But we did not quite get to the 80 subscribers needed to pass the Panthers. Got a few, though, so appreciate everyone that joined that way, and everyone that joined for the stream is already a part of the channel. So thank you, everyone, for joining. We'll do more of these for sure. If the Kraken keep losing, then might de-incentivize me from doing too many of them, but as it is, yeah. Tough loss. The Kraken have another 2-0 lead that they blow, and then the third goal is just a terribly unlucky bounce. Unfortunately, because it's the third goal, that's the one people will focus on. Decord was doing the right thing. I know people are going to, because he likes to go out and play the puck so much, people are going to be like, stay in the net, but that wasn't even a risky play that Decord was making there. It just, like, that's the type of bounce that you couldn't try to do that 100 times and get it to work once. It just happens to take the weirdest bounce in the world and the worst possible bounce in the world for the Kraken. Anyway, thanks again for joining. I'm going to call it there, so see you next time.